Running a business comes with a lot of what-ifs. But luckily, there's a simple answer to them. Shopify. It's the commerce platform behind millions of businesses, including Thrive Cosmetics and Momofuku, and it'll help you with everything you need. From website design and marketing to boosting sales and expanding operations, Shopify can get the job done and make your dream a reality. Turn those what-ifs into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
Imagine this. The best pasta sauce you have ever tasted sits abandoned on a plate. Wasted sauce. That is a tragedy. If only you had used Barilla al Bronzo pasta. Its bronze-cut texture holds your sauce and scoops up every last drop. The Italians call that scarpetta. Capture sauce the Italian way. Barilla al Bronzo. Click or tap the banner to find out more.
My name is Lily, and I've had hidradenitis suppurativa, HS, for years. I finally found some relief since taking Cosentyx. Relief means I can show up more.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for adults with moderate to severe hidradenitis suppurativa, HS. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like tuberculosis or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some are fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at 1-844-COSENTYX or Cosentyx.com.
Ask your dermatologist about Cosentyx.
Welcome back to the middle of the episode that's in the middle of the other episode. That's right. I don't care about your story building conventions. This is D&D. I will do whatever I damn want. And if you've got some other sort of... Actually, are we really D&D anymore? I'm breaking rules left, right, and center with some sort of generic role-playing game that we're making up as we go. A little note about this extraordinary series of episodes. They were recorded in pieces. And this bit you're hearing now was recorded last, or second last. So girls, don't tell anybody what happens in this episode.
Okay. I've already told everybody, but sure.
I was waiting for you to do a series of lies. Like, oh, good, I turned into a pumpkin. These episodes have been very special for me, and you'll figure out why quite soon when you get to the end of them. I think we had to play either 3 shortened sessions or 4 to make it work, though. It's been quite a challenge to put together, and we hope it all works out. It might seem like these things are all tightly welded, but that's because you don't get to hear all the parts that don't make it in. Although, if you are a patron on Patreon...
That's correct.
Nailed it.
Killed it.
Some of the extra voices from this episode will make it on there, so you can use them in your own game. Some of the bits that didn't make it into this session are on there.
That's cool.
There are some chapters in the story that just didn't happen, for example.
Right.
Now, speaking of Patreon and our other supporters, let's do some shout-outs. I'm going to shout out somebody who's recently joined Patreon, and their name made me laugh. Deja Vu.
Oh, yes.
How good is that? I love that one.
That is good.
And so that's mine. Indy, what do you got for me?
I'm going to shout out to Ria May, who said, what beautiful dice. They're investing in their unlimited underwear as they speak. Hey!
And by the time this goes out, you will not be able to buy them anymore. They are going to be limited edition soon. The company that we use is closing.
Oh.
So if you have a pair of those undies on,
eBay them.
Limited, unlimited underwear.
Limited. Write a number in the bottom.
There's a very specific market for that.
Stace, who have you got?
I've got Shannon Murata, and she said that episode, referring to our recent one, was the perfect length for, and this is the impressive part, her 8-mile half marathon training run. Thank you for keeping me entertained.
That's impressive.
How does it take to run 8 miles? What's 8 miles? Is that like 15 Ks?
Yeah, about that, I'm going to say, yeah.
14 Ks? Well, congrats on your training. Congrats on, obviously, you're going to do it. So, thank you, Shannon.
On your hustle. Alana.
I would like to shout out all of the people that commented on my shiny new dice picture on Instagram. I had a couple people laugh at the fact that I'd rolled a 1 my first time rolling the dice.
No surprise.
So,
Classic Lana.
Simagene and Constantine TGE said that it was me that's the problem, not the dice, obviously. The Supreme Leader, Rivercakes, said that I've infected the dice. And Nate the Randall is apparently making a compilation of all of my Nat 1s and is quickly losing count.
That's a full-time job
Yeah.
right there. All right. When we left the girls, they were not the girls. They were some apparently poorly named individuals living completely separate lives.
I quite liked my name.
Thank you. See, I thought it was lovely too. Speaking of living, actually, before we say that, some of those names are references to the place that I steal my ideas from. That was a Star Trek episode that I stole the idea for that
And
one.
Buffy.
And I always steal from Buffy, which is why one of the characters soon will be called Buffy.
Hey.
Or Beffy.
But a super frail character?
Wiki. The lesser known.
Just an ironically named Buffy.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Speaking of living, Indy's character Freya, who is currently in the body of Eline. Yes, a name you enjoy, is only barely living.
Barely.
Barely. She is stabilised, but with 0 hit points, floating in a canoe-style boat. Now, she should be in 0 hit points, because that's what it means when you're stabilised. But I think that's stupid. So, in my version of the game, when you get stabilised by somebody, you get 1 hit point back.
I like your version of the game.
Thank you.
That's
It
going to
lets you
come
do
well
things.
in my
That's
favour.
called survival.
Right? But you only get 1 action until somebody comes and heals you. Okay? I'm just letting people know that because that's something I've been planning for a while, is to change the way death works in this game.
Thank you.
So that I can kill you all off. Who was she stabilised by?
It was.
It was Kamin's child, Lorrit,
Thank you.
Oh, my sweet baby angel.
who was subsequently dragged beneath the ocean, blood flowing from her hand, joining the sea in an apparent sacrifice.
No.
That might have worked because the sea serpent is gone. The sea serpent has left the ocean around you. We also had this strange thing that we did where, and don't question this is not anybody's fault. We decided that Stacey, your character, Jalou, well, their full name is Jalou Grendell, and for this episode, we just called them Grendell instead. And on your character sheet, it's both names. And for this whole episode, we forgot the name Jalou, except I think once.
No, you forgot. Only forgot like a smidge.
I think it's really on brand, though, because it's Karin Blaze.
Ishmael.
It's not Ishmael. While Alana's character, Morrigan,
I
is
like it.
Kamin.
I like it too.
You said that one already.
Kamin, yes.
Kamin, not Ishmael, and Eline.
Eline. All right, here we go.
And now all three of you suddenly notice that the horizon seems to be rising.
How would a horizon
That's what I was
rise?
thinking. I'm like, what do you mean? Were you going upside down?
Yeah.
No, but there's an
The
eerie
water's
silence.
draining?
Oh, there's an eerie silence. Shut up. We're being eerie.
Eerie.
Sorry, Alana.
Are we in a vacuum?
Sorry, I don't mean to make
fine.
you shut up, but eerily shut up, please. Eerie silence broken by the moans and cries of the wounded. So it's not that silent, really. Whoever wrote this needs to...
Broken. You said broken. Broken by. So there
Broken,
was, and then
thank
it was...
you.
Yeah.
It was eerie, and then
makes sense.
people disrupted,
Ruined it.
with their deaths.
The elders are calling for calm, and one of them is waving Lorrit and Dale's fishing spear towards the sky and yelling out across what seems to be the calming ocean. The sacrifice has been made.
Killing it.
Poseidon of the deep is sated. Return to your vessels. The cycle continues. There is safety again. But there isn't.
Yeah, not a safe place to have kids. Apparently we just raise them to feed them to the
Well, one of them
squids.
doesn't do it with all of them.
Isn't there anything that I can do for her? Like, there's something I can do to save her, right?
Not really. She's disappeared beneath you, and she's long gone. Faded deep into the black there. And if anything, even the serpent seems to have been steered away by something. The ocean that is quiet and flat is also moving, changing, draining swiftly towards that rising horizon, pulling you towards a distant yet growing wall. It would seem the giant sea serpent left in order to protect itself.
Oh. So much for your fucking sacrifice.
Chapter 11. The Crust. The birds first fly, take to the sky. Their needs are far from here. Soundless wings, the rested sing, as tempests cool the vicious air. The sea retreats from such fool's folly. She knows what force is called. Momentum lost in melancholy, and she rises, enraged, toward the shore. Ferocious queen of tides unraveled. Why send this frenzied wall of oceans meet and depths untraveled? Do you wish to take us all? We gave you life. We set it deep. We watched it sink as air expelled. But here you are, to punish all and send us to the same damned hell.
A huge wall of water is,
Hurtling.
yes, hurtling towards you.
used to love that word. You've changed.
It is not far away. Up to you what you do about that.
How do we fight nature?
Yeah. Okay, all right. What powers have I got?
Sneak attack. Yes, how do you fight nature is a good question. The elders do look very confused because they thought their sacrifice was meant to stop all of this.
Boomers.
I sacrificed myself.
What?
I don't
She
know.
said what she said, Cory.
Yeah.
Does
Does that work?
Can I turn to a whale?
You're still a hunter shark. You'll be fine. You're good.
You got
Okay.
gills.
Girls, get in my mouth.
Oh, like the giant whale.
Yeah. Jump in.
Yeah, I don't think the shark's mouth is going to be big enough to get them both in.
I'm a
there.
pretty big shark.
They're not that big.
I turn myself into a bigger shark.
I think you don't even have any more. You can't, for one, but I also think this is your last wild shape.
I'm not playing anymore.
What would you like to do?
Is my gust big enough to like blow it away?
Your gust has never been big enough for pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like to get a piece of paper across the floor.
So like a tsunami coming towards all the boats.
Yes, an unbroken wave at this stage. If it breaks, things will get much worse.
How far is it going?
It's going straight past you, that's for sure. So as far as it's not going to run out before it gets to you. You can't just wait it out.
Okay.
Indy,
Yeah.
draw on your real life experience. Indy is a surfer.
Yeah, I was like,
Yes.
You actually duck dive under the wave.
Let's all duck dive.
Ooh,
Let's
yes.
duck dive the boats.
That's not how tsunamis work.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It's
They
very
do
much.
roll from a
Actually,
lot longer.
It really is the entire ocean tipping on top
Yeah.
of you.
Do I have nightmares about tsunamis all the time? They are one of my biggest fears.
And in
It
those
would be
nightmares,
awful.
but in those nightmares, does your duck dive work?
I think in my nightmares I hold my nose.
That'll do it.
Every time I hold my nose and I like just let it go over you. But I don't. You're right. I actually don't think that works.
No, and they also move really fast.
They
Yeah.
do,
Yeah.
and they suck under.
Well, that's it. The ocean leaves and then comes back really fast.
Oh, this is my
They're
nightmare
horrible.
coming true. I
This
don't
is
like
it.
it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Poor fish.
I know. Well, do they just get?
I don't know what happens to them.
Yeah.
No one ever cares about the fish in tsunamis.
I know.
This is hard, and I've got to live my nightmares. All right. Wait. I'm a shark. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just swimming further out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
tsunamis can't go forever. Just wait it out, guys. We'll be right.
Can I use my survival skill to survive it?
I like it.
Can you roll a 100 on your d20?
Not on a D20.
There we go. Unless you can, I really don't see how your survival skills will help.
What's your religion? Could you pray to something?
Ooh. Well, my faith has been a little bit shaken by the sacrifice of my freaking daughter.
Should I sacrifice myself?
What are we sacrificing for? Weren't we sacrificing to the serpent?
He
Now the
ran
serpent's
away.
gone.
But now nature.
Somebody sacrificed, Lauret sacrificed herself for you.
Yeah. So I should sacrifice myself for everyone else here.
But you reckon that's how this system works? We just
Why aren't gods
keep
ever
offing
satisfied with the
people?
sacrifices they have?
You know
I
what? If we're
know.
sacrificing people, do I have any spears near me?
The elder is holding Lauret and Dale's
Am I
spear.
near the elder?
Not yet.
Chuck the elder in.
The wave is getting
yeah,
awfully
I'm gonna
close.
They sacrifice my kid. I'm going to sacrifice them.
Is sacrificing what we do?
Is murdering someone you don't like a sacrifice?
A revenge for my only born child. Yes.
It's not a sacrifice. That's just revenge. Oh. That's what. In fact, I think you'd enjoy doing that.
Right.
I've never seen someone enjoy their
But we
sacrifice.
could name it a sacrifice.
Yeah, like oh no, not Barry.
Another sacrifice.
Oh, Barry, I loved you so.
So you go on a killing spree, killing people. What about that one? What about that one? Just pushing them, the dead bodies into the water.
Just say really loudly how much
Can
we
I-
loved them.
Who has something worth sacrifice?
Can I deceive the elder into thinking they want to sacrifice themselves for?
Strangely,
village.
and I don't know if you know much about different religions, but often the people at the top don't sacrifice themselves.
No.
That is interesting.
Going back through history, even the ones where they push people into volcanoes.
I was just thinking of that.
That's who I was thinking. I was like, the people who never went, you know what?
Yeah.
This year I'll do it.
Correct. I'm
It's my
gonna
turn.
cast a minor illusion to like pull up an ancient scroll from our religion and deceive the elder into thinking I've found this like new scroll which says that if the elder sacrifices themselves, we'll be safe for 10 years.
Give me a roll.
I like it.
That's quite good.
Yeah, that's good. That's good deception.
Come on, new fire, baby.
Imagine being the person who was sacrificed.
Not a 1, it's a 19.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Now it
Fantastic.
works and we're all saved.
7.
That's wonderful. There's
18.
one
No,
significant
16.
issue. You're showing them a scroll and these people don't have paper.
Fuck.
So you're showing, they're like amazed at what you've done.
Yeah, so it's a
You have
miracle
impressed
scroll.
them immensely. They are like,
New technology.
I am
paper.
Moses.
I have brought this paper
Moses
down.
was known for his paper.
While you're there, could you also part the Red Sea?
Moses
and
was
then chisel
known
these
for
10 commandments
they were not on paper.
into this stone.
Honestly, I'm sorry. They're impressed by what you've displayed to them. They're amazed by it. It's an amazing role as well. They think what you've done is incredible, but they don't believe the gods did it.
Are they a society that passes down like religion and
They may
beliefs through story?
They may start a whole new section of religion based on what you've done. So as far as saying this is what our papers say, this is what our gods say, they're like, they've never used paper before because
According
we
to
don't know what
Section
paper is. Because they didn't have a lot of wood, they didn't have a lot of things to make paper
Yeah,
with.
I remember that
they
now.
were using it very carefully for their society.
Oops.
And if you'd probably put it on something else, I might have gone with it.
Like a stone slab or something.
Stone's too
I
heavy
should
for a
have gone
boat,
more
though.
modest.
I don't even
more
know what they
Moses.
would. They were storytellers. They didn't
Yeah,
write stories down for that
oral
exact
history.
reason. Yeah.
Damn it.
Maybe if just your minor illusion had been the voice, which you can do. But it didn't work. So that wave is now getting awfully close. I'll give you 2 more things you can try before you probably die.
Well, I'm already cracked crook, hey.
You
Only 'cause she's drunk.
You do have 1 hit point.
She is drunk.
And I'm only going to give you 1 action until you can be healed. Normally you'd be on 0 hit points, you'd be sitting in the bottom of the boat doing nothing. But I don't want to. I hate when people are sitting around doing nothing. So you do have 1 hit point, but you just can't do as much as you normally used to do. So 1 action or in movement. I mean, I do
right.
not recommend just swim for it.
Well, I'm just going to stand up because I feel like if I'm going to die anyway, and I'm not like going to really die because I'm in this like made up world that you made up.
I never said what happens to you if you die here.
Well, I'm just going to take the chance. All right, well, I'm just going to, as I've said before, sacrifice myself.
Seriously.
Yeah.
You're just gonna like roll limply off the boat into the water and
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Like divers do, they do the thing where they sit on the edge and fall backwards into the water, and everyone's like, I don't know if that was a sacrifice or if she's just doing some recreation.
Well, I think I should, because if we've got 1 hit point, I don't think I'm going to survive anything. I've got nothing that's going to actually try and penetrate this wave.
So you're buying into this whole sacrifice works thing.
Well, the dragon went. What is it? Snake?
The sea serpent, yeah. It was almost our first dragon. No
Close
dragons
enough.
for you. All right. Look, you do remember that Laura had a slice across her hand.
Yeah, and I'm going to slice my hand. My teeth.
they're sharpened from all the whiskey drinking.
Oh no, the shark! I'm going to say, please come and just nibble.
Husband shark.
Husband.
I hear my wife, and I'm like, sweetie, no. I'm swimming over.
And I'm going to say,
Actually, I don't swim like this. I
love
gotta go
that you're like just rocking your shoulders back and forth.
Yeah.
Stacey's version of swimming is kind of Aquaman-ish.
Yeah.
But an
Waddle.
awkward
It's like
Aquaman. Yeah, it's a deep sea waddle.
I sense, hear, and feel the distress of my wife, and I glide on over through
Okay.
the water.
Okay.
Gracefully.
No,
Oh,
nothing graceful about
terrifyingly?
it. Terrified.
Okay, cool.
Very
Okay.
fast. I'm at her beck and call. I'm by her side.
And she reaches over and
Well, she I know she's
pats
called for
you.
me. She,
oh yeah, I'm going to say, I'm going to sacrifice myself.
And I
Can
say,
I borrow your tooth?
and I say, I don't love it.
But I am a drunk.
Oh, you are a drunk.
Yeah.
And you're never going to give me kids anyway,
I
Bear.
know. I'm not
If
that
I let you-
nice.
yeah.
I'm not that nice.
And I don't know what our religious values are around divorce. So,
Yes. So if she's sacrificed, you can remarry. Hey, that might be fun for you.
yeah, then I'll get the kids I always wanted. Okay,
Here we go.
all right.
Tragically, of course, in this conversation, neither of you understand each other. So there's a shark thrashing about, just trying to say things.
That's not what we
Nonetheless-
say, but the look in our eyes.
We know.
Say
We
it
can
all.
communicate.
There's a look that says, if we get divorced, I think you'll do okay. All right, how are you cutting yourself here?
Tooth.
Just
My mouth
jamming.
just falls open.
Yeah.
Eh.
And I just drag my hand along the sharpest tooth.
All right. I don't even know if
But now I
sharks...
have a taste of blood.
Oh, yes. And I get mauled as a sacrifice.
Okay. And so you've got blood coming from your hand and you're just going to fall into the water.
Should I yell sacrifice or something?
Wave, go away.
Sacrifice! Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, wow. I kind of wasn't expecting to describe the death of your character floating through the water. But okay. Especially, the part I wasn't really expecting was that the shark would be next to you watching.
Yeah.
Well, it's very sad.
It is sad. At least someone was by my side.
Yeah.
Floating down next to her.
The look in her eye says, I'll always love you. But I think we can both agree this is for the best.
Yep.
A single tear rolls down your cheek. Do sharks have cheeks?
No, I don't think so. Sharks are gross.
Especially crying ones. Like the mascara
Big black
runs.
beady eyes. Oh.
That's what, in this world, when sharks cry, it's mascara eye. It's just pouring down. Okay. Strangely, you notice the water settle. Well, you don't notice you're dead, sorry.
No. Look.
You've just gone. But the water begins to settle. And
Look at me go! I've aquaphized.
you are gone. You will head off into the deep.
But the water's settled, just to be clear.
The water, but yes, but everything else is fine.
Okay. I'm just going to follow her down anyway, just to be with her in her resting place.
It gets darker and darker until you really can't see her more than
Sharks can see
a long way.
very
But as she gets fairly close to what you would have considered to be the bottom,
Okay.
it's incredibly dark, and then she just fades from view.
Okay.
You don't see anything else.
But not Freya, right? Freya still exists.
Eline is gone.
Okay. Water settled.
And Indy, you're going to have to leave the session.
Oh, what, man? I didn't mean that. Can't I just
we've got game to play, and you're gone.
Can't I just be like
I'm turning your microphone
a
off.
sea turtle?
Well, she blocks her ears.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sea turtle.
I'll be a
like
sea
that.
turtle.
Yeah, go and sit in the corner. We'll call you when we're ready.
Oh, man. Okay. See you guys.
All right, so this is just for you two.
Us girly.
Okay, ladies, the boiling of the ocean fades, and that wall of whitewash is.
Did you say boiling?
Well, yeah, you know how that has that. It's not boiling as in the heat. It's like the bubbles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, that's a nightmare.
It's not as powerful.
We went
when
from
I
a
say,
tsunami to like.
Yeah, so twirling and
You're just in a
swirling.
hot kettle. All right, cool. Okay.
Kettle too.
All
We're
right.
settled.
No, I wanted to make a bit more oomphy.
Okay, I hear you.
All right. And now the horizon settles again. There are quite a few people who've done okay out of this. Wave didn't kill anybody, unless you count
Sacrifice.
Eline's terrifying sacrifice.
Can we tell if this is normal? If normally we sacrifice someone for the serpent, and then the wave comes and we sacrifice someone for that, and then the lightning comes and we have to sacrifice someone for that? Is this like a trial
How many
of three?
sacrifices do they want?
Normally the first one would work,
Okay, so this is
but
abnormal.
it's sacrifice to the serpent, but something else has obviously been upset and sent a wave.
Yeah.
At least that's what the appearance is.
Okay, thank you.
There's there's no shards of broken wood or anything like that. The wave's not destroyed anything, it just passed through. It's almost like it's settled before your eyes. There's an elder leaning at the front of one of the boats, and he's just muttering something over and over. And he says, when one god fails, another will rise. When one god fails, another will rise. When one god fails. He just keeps saying that. What would you like to do, ladies? You're still a shark, by the way. I don't know if you're planning to stay as a shark for the rest of this episode.
I'm just going to eat him.
He's going to eat this elder. They're all different elders. It's not the same elder who did the
I hear
sacrificing.
you. I don't like his attitude. I'm upset. I'm distraught. Someone's going to pay for this. I think it's fine. It's fine.
Alana, you do not look too thrilled with this idea.
No, I'm not against killing elders. I was just thinking I might throw a little minor illusion your way so there's like a golden halo around you so they think you're the new god that has risen.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, God Shark, I do not know what's happening anymore. God Shark is involved. What does God Shark want to do? Fake God Shark. And we'll find out for a second whether they believe in God Shark. They didn't believe in the scroll.
No, they believe they're going to join my new religion and we worship the shark god.
We're making a new religion. I love it. Okay, I'm going to swim over to Kamin, and then I'm going to give her like a knowing shark nod, because I got a glow around me,
Like
right?
sharks do.
Yeah.
They have a reputation for just nodding towards people.
Yeah, well, they don't, and that's the thing. That's how they know I'm
okay.
special and that she's special. So I nod at Kamin.
Yeah,
And I almost feel like I can hear the shark's voice in my head for some reason.
you can't.
Okay. Well, with my eyes, I say.
Oh. And she misreads it and thinks, what am I getting a divorce for?
So I see the bloodthirst in this shark.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to capitalize on this situation.
I think Carmen and I really understand each other.
We do, yeah.
Okay.
Then I look over, obviously, at the elder. Then I look back at Morrigan. I nod again.
And I'm hearing the guy saying, when one god falls, another will rise. I'm remembering my scroll and how they didn't believe me, but they might convert to my religion if there is a new god, and I think opportunity.
Yeah.
And I cast minor illusion to put a golden halo glow
love
around
that.
this shark.
Then I swim
Yep.
aggressively towards old mate. I do like a little leap with my mouth open. You know, like in Jaws and like leap.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like when they take him off the boat.
Just take his head, clean off his head.
Yeah, and I'm just
Clean off
going
his
to
body.
grab him in my shark mouth, my god shark mouth.
God shark.
And I'm
Yeah.
just going to drag him under. Because I like the mystery of it.
I think the mystery.
Because I'm gone now, kind of.
Yeah. All right.
Should I roll for that?
You're definitely going to have to roll for
Okay.
that. I assume you're going to try and make it look good in case there's some of the other women in the neighbourhood might be like looking for a new way into your life.
And I'm
Now
going.
that you're divorced.
And then I'm a shark god.
I'm just going to put my arms to the sky and say, our new god has risen.
Love it. Love it.
Okay.
16
Plus,
plus 6 to hit.
so that's a 22 to hit an elder who's currently wearing robes.
Yeah.
Robes, not much more.
Of
You
those.
definitely hit.
And 2d8 plus 4.
Oh, god damn. All right, 2d8 plus 4 damage, please, as your teeth go through his neck. His elderly, potentially wise neck.
One's 4, one's 7. So that's 11 plus 4.
Yeah, he dead.
Well, that's what you get when you mess with the god shark.
Yep, okay.
No more sacrifices will be made.
He wasn't asking for one.
No, I'm letting the people know about our new religion.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Out with the old.
It's an origin story, Cory. This is where the religion begins.
Is this, if anyone is expecting it right now to make that story noise that we do in our show and suddenly I tell you the origin of God Shark? No, you just heard it. That's the entirety of this story.
That's
God
it. This will
shark.
come up again one day.
We'll write a poem.
We'll write
Okay, you've just killed the elder, who was also probably the only person who could have told you how to solve this problem.
What problem?
You're at sea and you've just lost 2 loved ones.
I don't know. I feel like I had it coming.
I thought they caused that.
We're part of it. They're different elders. They don't all agree on the same thing.
Oh, sweet. There's other elders. We'll just ask them.
Yeah,
It's fine.
All right.
they've just all seen God Shark.
Yeah, I think
All right,
that's
go
good.
ahead. Ask another elder a question.
Yeah, because you saw what just happened.
Yeah, clearly our new god, the god shark, is upset with us for sacrificing our children and our loved ones and is trying to force us into a new direction, a better direction. Perhaps we could appease our new god shark by bringing back our loved ones. Any chance you've got any
Intel on that?
Intel on that?
What do you want to hear?
How
You
do
seem
I-
terrified of God Shark.
How do I get my
What do you want to know?
How do I get my daughter back?
The one holding the spear says, there is no way to get back your daughter. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a sacrifice and the serpent would return. But I'll let you roll some perception. And you can roll some shark perception over there.
Okay.
Some God shark perception, which is exactly the same as a normal shark. I don't want you thinking you can get extra dice or anything.
15
And you know I'm going to ask what your perception is because it's always 0.
plus 0.
Thank you. You do notice some of the other elders do not appear to agree with his version of events. There's a few other. You can just see by the way they're talking to each other, they're averting themselves away from his view, and you can tell they don't think that it's true that she can't be saved.
Mine's 15 plus 2.
15 plus 2.
Yeah.
You also notice the exact same people, but you also feel a sense that they have a lot of blood inside them, and that you would like to have that blood.
Okay.
They lied to us. Take him out.
Yep. So I slowly start rising back up, just the fin at first, and heading towards them.
You know, they're the ones who can help you. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, but until we get to one that helps us.
You're just going to kill them randomly
No,
off.
I'm just scaring them at this point.
All right, there's 3 of them in a huddle.
circling.
Doing your own music.
Yeah.
I can do a minor illusion sound if we want to add the jaw sound in. Da-da, da-da.
Strangely, that movie did very well here. In this little land. They've all
Strangely,
seen
I
Jaws.
thought this land. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, it was a huge movie. I know what you're talking about.
In this world, Spielberg also happened. So they've seen E.T., Schindler's List, and Jaws.
Buffy.
Yeah, Buffy
Star
was
Trek.
Buffy was also made by Steven Spielberg. Very different show.
I kind of deadpan look at this person that has just blatantly lied to me. And I raise an eyebrow, and then I pointedly look at the shark fin swimming in the water.
Here we go.
And I look back at him, And I'm like, before our god friend gets back, any chance anyone else has a different answer to that question?
Have we got a name for this god shark yet? Methuselah shark. Methuselah is a very...
Ishmael.
Finally, the shark has a name.
Ishmael.
All right.
Ishmael the god shark, as part of our new religion...
I'm very happy about this name. Like, this feels right.
...scorns those who lie. So before our friendly god Ishmael gets over here, does anyone else have a different answer to my question?
One of them stands up nervously. And in more than anything, it looks like he's moving further away from the other two, like to push them closer towards the shark. But he does say that their god has failed them, and the new god may well be just one of the old gods. The old gods lived at the world's edge. Perhaps if you were to find one of the gods that they've long ignored, they would take pity on you.
World's edge.
Kamin makes another scroll, does she? Writes it down. Everyone's like, oh, she did the thing with the paper again.
I create the illusion of a scroll. It's glowing gold and a quill. It's got to be a quill. And I'm writing at world's edge.
He does point towards a horizon, because it's the same in all direction, of course. It's just water.
Excellent.
But for some reason, he seems to know that there is a horizon that you could aim for.
Choice Hotels get you more for your money so you can maximize any road trip. Like these road trippers making waffles and eating fresh fruit in their natural habitat. The breakfast area at a Comfort Inn. I just love seeing a vacation maximized in the wild. Check into more. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
This episode is brought to you by SelectQuote. Life insurance can have a huge impact on our family's future. With SelectQuote, getting covered with the right policy for you is simple and affordable. SelectQuote's licensed insurance agents will tailor your experience to find a life insurance policy for your needs in as little as 15 minutes. And SelectQuote partners with carriers that provide policies for many conditions. SelectQuote. They shop, you save. Go to selectquote.com/SpotifyPod today to get started.
He could just be trying to get rid of you.
Oh, perception. Wait, no. What's the one for lying? Insight.
All right, hit me with that.
7 + 3. That's 10. That's good math. I can do that.
You don't read him particularly well, probably because he's hiding behind the other two. So you can't get a good read on him, or whether he's trustworthy or whether he's just scared so much that he's just saying anything. Go over there, please. What would you like to do?
Before you said that, I might not trust him, my response was going to be, Ishmael, to the boat! But now I'm like, do I take the guy with me?
Your call. Need somebody to row it. Unless you just want to tow it behind a shark, I guess, but that's a long way.
I'm pretty strong.
Many of us here have lost loved ones to our current god. The old gods may be more forgiving. For those of you that have loved and lost, join me in a journey to seek
World's End.
The world's end.
As I've clearly written here on my scroll.
As I've clearly written here.
Okay, give me a...
Persuasion?
Inspiration check.
Give me a persuasion roll.
I'm very good at this dungeon master stuff.
Not long. I keep threatening. We've been threatening now for months that you're going to do a show, but you'll get there.
Well, okay, I can see the 20.
Just because you can see a 20 does not make it a 20.
Yeah, your dice are see-through, to be fair.
What number can you see on top?
It's a line on top. It's landed on the corner of the box. It's
landed
landed between an 8 and a 20.
You're going to have to roll it again, because that 8 won't be good enough.
19 + 4.
There are a few people who raise their hands, and you can scramble together enough people to provide one boat. Everyone else, though, is ready to head back home.
Sucks to suck.
That's the name of our boat.
Yeah, and your religion by the sound of it, too.
I'm getting my daughter back.
Oh, the shark actually just goes up to the boat, sucks to suck, and I'm just going to swim along with you, seemingly, before turning back into myself.
You don't want anyone to see you being...
No, I don't want anyone to be like, jokes, I'm not a good shark.
At some stage, people are rowing this boat, and they're like, where'd that other guy come from? He's like, I don't know.
I'm like, I was here all along.
I was here. I was sitting next to Barry. When you first start rowing the boat, you leave, start moving away from everyone else. And it goes on for a very long time. It just looks at an empty horizon. It's flat. You row for quite some time. It doesn't change.
Oh. Are we moving?
Yeah, we're rowing, right?
You are moving, you're rowing. You can see the wake and everything falling behind.
Okay, so things are getting further away behind us. We're just not having the difference.
Well, it appears that way, yeah. It just looks like you're still moving towards water. It's a large expanse. that you can see.
That's my biggest fucking nightmare, by the way. And I just heard this story about this guy who was lost at sea for 437 days.
That's not lost at sea. That's living at sea.
Well, that's exactly right.
You're home.
It's your home now.
You're a fish.
Yeah.
When you say lost at sea, was he? Wait, I know. Was he on a door?
He was on a fucking door.
He was on a door, wasn't he?
And a storm came, and he was with another guy, but that guy died of starvation about 5 weeks in.
Yeah.
They chucked him overboard.
I was going to say, ate him?
Well, no, because the guy before he died made him promise that he wouldn't eat him.
Oh.
And so he was like, no worries. But because he was a skilled fisherman, was like just catching sharks with his bare hands and like eating them raw. Anyway, whole thing, but it's my biggest nightmare to be lost at sea.
My biggest nightmare is catching sharks barehanded. That does not seem easy.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. So we're lost at fucking sea, our worst nightmare.
Worst nightmare. Anyway, so there are sharks.
Which I'm going to catch with my bare hands.
Yeah. No, there's no sharks, but there are swordsfish. Yeah, that's right, plural, swordsfish.
Okay, so that means they've got more than one sword in their face.
They do. In fact, they're beautifully sleek creatures with razor-sharp fins and a long slice of metal forming from the rostral bone. Yeah, I looked it up. That extrudes from their upper jaw, so that comes out the front. Big
sword.
Such
a game of learning, isn't it?
It really is. But also the fins are also sharp, and everything. The outside of this thing is sharp.
My finger hurts just thinking about it.
Yeah, you don't pat these things.
Don't pat them.
But anyway, you can see, and by the way, caught a flotilla of swordfish.
Oh.
Yeah, you see these swordfish swimming in and out of the waves formed as the boat slides through the ocean. Now, food is getting low, but you are aware that the swordsfish are regarded as protected species amongst your people. You are running low on food. What would you like to do?
Are we hungry, though? Can we do a hunger check?
That's what running... Not really a hunger check. Yeah, you know that if you don't eat soon, this is going to be trouble.
How do I know that? I didn't roll for that.
Well, you roll. You go ahead and roll for rumbles. for tummy rumbles.
I fucking will. It's a 7.
You've had 7 tummy rumbles. Lucky you didn't get a crit.
7 tummy rumbles.
You've had 7 stomach.
Okay.
But it is up to you what you'd like to do next.
Do we have any hunting equipment?
You do, yeah. The fishermen. Some of the fishermen came along.
We're not like alone in the wilderness.
No, you've got the elder who gave you a plan. You've got other people. Yeah,
I'll throw a line in then.
For the others do not want to do this though.
Well, if we
they will be leaving it to you to do it.
Oh, that's fine. But will they eat it if we catch it?
I can't make that promise.
Okay.
I don't speak on their behalf.
All right, so we've got some fishing gear in.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're going to throw a line in and just not catch the swordsfish.
Oh, no, there's only swordsfish.
How do you know that? How do you know?
Because I am the dungeon master. So while I don't speak on behalf of the people I invented.
I'm also a dungeon master, and I say...
in my spare time.
I'd like to use my survival skill to spear a fish and catch one.
A swordsfish?
Yeah.
Or you want to get one of the...
That's
very good. Okay.
Well, because you told me that's all that's there. I need to survive so I can get to this person so I can resurrect my daughter, right?
Well, survival would also mean maybe perhaps finding other ways. Like surviving Bear Grylls. You got to come up with something.
So I stab an elder and eat them?
Well, yeah, that would be one method. It's not,
I feel like there's steps before that one.
You're telling me I'm hungry.
I'm going to eat an elder. It's the only choice.
It's not like you're a plane that crashed into the Andes and you're going to eat a whole soccer team.
Okay.
Actually happened.
It did.
Yeah.
I actually also on the same podcast heard that story.
Oh, there you go.
It's your podcast, Cannibals Unlimited.
It's called My Favorite Murder.
Of course.
But sometimes they cover these stories. And the one about the Andes, that was insane.
Yeah.
That shit.
And they changed the rules on flying planes over there so that soccer teams don't fly in the same plane anymore. Then if you lose some of the team, you don't lose the whole team. Genius.
That's what matters.
I don't think that was the problem.
Although, in saying that, they've halved the amount of food available if you crash. So I think that's an issue. I think that's something they should have thought of.
Okay, so can I just then bring it back to old mate who got lost at sea?
Maybe.
I'm going to. I'm drawing on my prior knowledge. What happened was, he caught the sharks and all, but what he also did was set up a pole for the seabirds to come and land on. He put himself under it, and then he would capture them, break their wings. I know that sounds messed up.
No.
Till eventually he had about 30 birds, just fresh birds, ready to eat when he was hungry.
That's clever.
So we don't have to eat the swordsfish. Maybe we can lure a bird in.
Okay, so I've got spear mid-hand and you've stopped me. And
I'm like, hey, I heard this podcast.
Okay.
When the other guy said, you can't eat me, there was no subclause? Because I reckon there's a little loophole.
No.
But you can use me for bait, though. So
No,
you can't eat me, but
He
the
was a
sharks
devout
can.
Catholic, and I didn't realise this was a Catholic rule, but you can't eat each other. Okay, it doesn't matter. Anyway,
What are you going to do to eat?
we're going to lure a bird in. A seabird. You said there was only that in the water. You didn't say what was
I
in the
didn't
sky.
say if there was anything in the sky.
Is there anything in the sky? Let's do a perception check.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. Keeping in mind that even a 20 will give you nothing if there are no birds.
It's an 18.
There are no birds in the sky.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You do notice it now, though.
I feel like you're,
It's like you're really aware of that.
I feel like you're forcing my hand.
A little bit.
I respect that you wanted to uphold our traditions and beliefs, but I'm going to throw a spear.
Wow. Okay. Spear done. Give me a roll. Give me a d20. See if you hit.
10, and am I counting this as survival?
No.
Oh, well, I was like, surviving skills. You've got to,
No,
hunt.
we established that these spears give you a +4, I think, previously.
Oh, okay. So it's not a
14.
skill, it's just...
No, 14 against the swordsfish is not a hit. These things are incredibly quick.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah, they're incredibly quick.
They're fast.
Dexterous.
I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm glad that didn't hit. These swordsfish are very,
Throws her under the bus.
very sacred to our peoples.
Do you want your wife back?
I don't know. She wasn't very nice.
She had her moments.
Are you telling me that my daughter is less important than these fish?
Oh, no, yeah, you know what? You got me there. You got me there. I'm sorry. I projected my thing onto you, and that's not your thing to carry.
Although in defense of that, you projected your thing back onto her. It's a double projection.
But I'm the better person.
Yes, we can agree on that.
So I'm going to go, let's make this about you. Okay. I actually feel like our hand is heavily being guided towards killing this fish, whether we like it or not.
I do not think that's what I'm doing.
Oh, except that there's no fucking birds in the sky and literally no other fish.
I'm just making you choose between doing it or not doing it.
What happens if we just go hungry? What, we have some rumbles? Who cares? Let's just keep going.
Let's find out. That's up to you.
Okay, a belly rumble or something terrible happens if we kill this fish.
Or you eat.
What's so special about these fish?
They're protected.
By whom?
By us?
By the people.
How many are there?
People?
Yeah, no, the fish. Why are they an endangered species, or are they just protected because they have some spiritual?
Yeah, the latter.
Oh, fuck that then. I just thought they were rare or something. Nah, let's go. Yeah,
Let's go hungry or let's go hunting?
let's go hunting.
Hunting!
Right, this is the real reason you're doing this, by the way, so I can have you going backwards and forwards trying to figure out which one you wanted to do. To me, I don't care.
Hunting!
We're hunting.
Who's having a shot this time?
That's going to be me.
Oh, the curse. I mean, anything could happen.
I take the spear. Wait, the spear's in the water now, isn't it?
That one is, but remember, we did establish that these spears will float back to the surface. They have a little bauble
Oh,
on them.
that's right. They
Oh, I
do
just
too.
assumed it was on like a rope.
Yeah, you could probably do that as well, except you guys didn't have any rope, which we already established as well. You guys just don't remember the world building that goes into this.
No.
Yeah.
There was
I
no
understand.
rope because we didn't have
I'm
any
a,
trees.
I'm a dungeon master too.
Yeah.
I get it. I haven't built a single world, but my mate has developed some characters.
But yours would have rope in it.
Definitely would have
Yeah,
rope in it.
whereas I distinctly removed rope from this
You had little
world.
baubles, which I thought was really cute. Okay, so
Definitely going to do it.
I get my,
Music is rising.
I hold
it's
my
getting
finger
tense.
up and I hold my finger up to my mate's lips and I go, shh, 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 shh. I'll take care of this because something bad's probably going to happen. I'm not that fond of my wife. This is canon from my actual character who doesn't really give two shits about her canon husband. So obviously that's translated into this world
Somewhat.
somewhat.
Weird that you brought it up.
I'm like, but you really seem to love your daughter. I love my daughter. If I had a daughter, I'd love her. I'd really care about her, but not
You
her,
do.
not her cheating slimeball dad. Let me have a go.
Appreciate
Because
it.
I think the consequences of this are going to be pretty terrible, and I'll take those consequences for you, so that you and Lorette, which is a really nice name, by the way, can be together.
It's a family name.
So I'm going to roll this dice.
Strange that she brings it up rather than saying I'm going to throw a spear.
I'm metaphorically going to roll the dice.
There we go.
Not that it matters. It's a 10.
+4.
Same as last time. These guys really are quick, you say.
Yeah, oh God, you were. Sorry, I thought you were just a bad throw, but I can see now they're very fast.
The choice remains.
You know what? Let's just take it as a sign from the gods and continue on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you both take one level of exhaustion as you become hungrier and hungrier as we continue forward. So having 1 level exhaustion will mean that you...
I'm exhausted in real life. I don't play a fantasy game to be.
Well, in this fantasy game, exhaustion will mean you have disability on ability checks for the moment. Until you are able to have a long sleep.
Yeah.
Which is very difficult because you're too busily, rowing across this ocean expanse. On the horizon, or maybe not that far away, but between you and the horizon, there are huge rocks that jut out of the water. Even from where you are now, you can see they're massive. So this is the first change you've seen in this ocean since you started moving across it days and days ago. Sprays of white smashing against it. There's like a towering shard of rock. And then it very quickly tells me that I should have done some more prep here that I didn't actually finish doing. That would have been handy.
It's all white in the background.
It looks like it's drawing as you're speaking about it. So this will be fun as I invent this part as we go. You can see that the water's crushing against them. It would be dangerous for a rowboat to go. It'd be dangerous for anything to go through it, but to get a boat through there, you'd have to be able to move pretty quickly. But you can see an entrance through these crisscrossing, jutting pieces of rock. And from what you can see in front, you can see if you just got in there really quickly and just went to the left.
Oh, no.
Rode back to the right a little bit. Went right again. I don't know. Straight for a while.
Oh, let me write this down.
What? I'm just left. Maybe a bit more left. Maybe a right, then a left, and a right. You'd probably be fine. Just saying.
Is this what you do when you forget your plan?
I just love that if I randomly throw these things at you now, you start writing things down. The good news about that is you may get a rest during the night.
Oh.
And as night falls for what must be like the 10th or 20th time, the light from the day fades and the sea of stars emerges, a long, winding wisp of flickering lights and a spectrum of rolling colours in the sky. And when you look back to the ocean, this heavenly spectacle seems to be mirrored on this reflective expanse in front of you, until you realise that these are new lights rising from the deep.
Oh!
Millions of tiny creatures, each emitting their own sparkles and colours. They swirl together in a galactic dance, mesmerising yourselves and the rowers, who each begin to lean towards water. Roll initiative.
No! It's definitely dinner then. 12.
15.
As you lean in, you can each give me a...
Perception. Insight. Investigation. Nature. What do you want from us?
You're going to need a wisdom saving throw. So what this creature can do is create what is called a bioluminescent burst. It's a huge flash of light that everyone sees, and if you are charmed by it, you'll be unable to take actions on your next turn. The number to beat is pretty high.
I clicked it and I didn't know it would roll if I clicked it. I was trying to see what. So I've rolled.
What did you roll?
17.
Plus wisdom?
0.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, you're kidding.
That is so unfortunate.
I also did the clicky click.
And what did clicky click teach you?
14.
Terrible news for you both now, as the beautiful colours are charming to you. They're mesmerising, dazzling.
I have advantage against being charmed.
Correct. I think you'll find she does.
Then you better give me one more dice roll and hope
Because I
it
read
beats.
my sheet now.
You'd better hope it beats 18.
It's 17 again.
2 17s wasted.
Yeah.
Deep inside, I feel warm.
I should have just rolled.
The rest of the people on board your boat are also in a position to be charmed by this creature, and amazingly, they survived.
Oh, come on, man.
Well, not survived. They are fine. They didn't fall
Did
for
the
it.
vampire make their way into the story?
This giant vampire fish is coming up.
Yeah.
There are vampire fish. I should go for
Wearing
that.
a blood dress.
The space between the worlds we know is thinner than we think. From oceans deep to bookish foes, we move between them with a blink.
We're going to jump back now to the library. And Freya,
Yes.
you now find yourself back in the library a bit before the others, perhaps if they make it back at all.
Yeah.
You are standing, and the book is at your feet. And it's snoring. Actually, there's a little face in there, but you can hear it. It's snoring as though it's just enjoyed a large meal.
Oh.
You yourself also feel a bit different. You feel stronger, refreshed, and perhaps even a bit wiser, having experienced an entire lifetime. But in here, almost no time has passed. The room is still, there's no wind, but books have been blown in all directions. The shelves appear empty, and the spiral stairs that line the inner core of the library spiral around, buried deep beneath scrolls and paper and novels. It's a mess. Even the chairs that were hanging from balloons in the center of in the library's center chamber are all out of place. Some of them are wedged precariously. That's a new one. Some of them are wedged precariously beneath ledges and against each other, things like that. And standing next to you, holding your bookmark, is Loot.
Oh.
Hello, Loot.
Hello. Oh.
And he says hi, like that. And he's holding the bookmark, and he says, "It was just tapping on the book. Do you know what this is?" And he goes to hand it to you. And as soon as he does that, the bookmark, as soon as it touches you, it leaps off and starts hurtling through the air, through the center of the chamber and spiraling up towards the ceiling.
Yeah.
Flying through the air, you can see it, but it's starting to get out of sight.
Well, I'm first of all going to say hello to Loot.
Hello.
And I have a million questions for you, but it's really nice to see you.
Yeah, you too.
And I'm going to have a look at the book that's at our feet.
Yeah, give me a perception check on that one.
Ooh, it's not great. It's an 8, and I think I'm +2. I'm just grabbing it up.
You can tell now just by looking at this book, clearly it's different from the others, and this is your first experience of one of these. This book is called a mimic. It mimics something else. These can be anything. It can be anything at all. It's a monster or a demon that has taken over another item, and they can pretend to be something for a long time and then suddenly become a creature again, usually looking exactly the same with big monstery teeth.
Okay, well, I'm going to open the book.
If you touch it again, you'll go back in.
I'll go, I don't want to go back in. What if I wrap it in something? Then can I take it with me?
Yeah, all right. You can do that.
All right. Should I go and try and find my bookmark?
It's up to you.
Loot, what do you think we're going to... Well, what do you think we should do?
Follow the bookmark.
Follow the bookmark?
Yeah.
All right, let's follow the bookmark.
All right. How would you like to get there? It's in the center, so it's hollow in the center of this library, and it's flying up. It's almost out of sight already. It's quite a tall building, this tower. And as I said, around the sides, the stairwell is now covered in books to be very difficult to move around there. If you can imagine just books sitting on the side, they just slip from under your feet.
So I can't really climb up there. How far is the bookmark from us right now?
If you're wondering whether or not you can jump there in one go, probably not, no.
Oh, damn.
I'd say it's about 5 or 6 floors away.
Oh.
You can see light from the top of this atrium, and there is something at the top of there. I'm not sure exactly how to describe that from your current position. There's bits of metal and pipes and things like that.
Okay, great. So there's balloons hanging with chairs.
Yeah, there's chairs
attached
that have like mini hot air balloons, I'd say you could call them.
Love that. Well, I'm going to ask Luke to jump on my shoulders.
Whoa, do you want to do that?
Yes. I don't want to do that.
Oh, good.
Because we're going to do this together. So I'm going to put Loot on my shoulders, and then I'm going to use my acrobatics to try and jump and grab one of those chairs.
Okay, well, with the extra bit of loot on top, that might make it a little bit harder, but he's only a little mouseling.
Is he going to be at disadvantage?
No, I won't quite make it that
good,
tough.
Good.
This first one, you could probably almost step straight out of the first one from where you are, so it would only be if you failed miserably.
Okay.
Like a 1.
Like a 1.
Like a 1. We don't want a 1.
Don't want a 1.
And now I feel like we're going to roll a 1.
All right, let's see what happens.
Oh, it's a 15 plus 10.
Very comfortably you step out, and now you're standing on top of one of the balloons. Look, you've got a balance to be on these things. It's not as easy as just you stand on them. You know, they're going to feel like a giant exercise ball.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit easier than that to stand on, but you are now standing on top of one of those.
All right. Is it floating up?
No, it is not propelling itself up.
Oh, damn. So is there multiple balloons?
I mean, they're obviously balloons that can hover, so there's some sort of gas inside them.
Okay.
Oxygen would just stay there, but helium would fly.
I like it. So we're going with the helium.
It could be some helium balloons.
So should we try and jump onto the next balloon up?
They are in range. The first one is in range anyway, if you want to try and get to it. It's kind of half wedged under the ledge of the spiral that goes around the side, so it's not moving. You could get to that. Other ones are still bouncing up and down a little bit.
All right, so we'll try and jump onto that other one that's actually a little bit stable.
Have you got any advice?
Nothing. Just jump. Jump as much as you can.
Perfect.
Jump as much as we can. All right, we go again. Oh, it's a 20.
It's a crit.
It's a crit.
Wow.
That was a
Superhero
good
landing.
one.
Yes, you land perfectly. And again, this is becoming far too easy for you. Jumped up 2 levels already. Only 4 to go. But now is when the wind starts to spin around really fast. Some of the books around the side are lifting up.
Oh no, I'm going to fly off.
You might. Here comes a book being thrown at you by the spirit of wind. Both of you need to give me a dexterity check to see whether you can dodge this.
D20?
1d20.
18.
Oh my goodness. I got 18 too, Coop.
All right, the books go flying past, and after perfectly landing... Again, and then just watching as the books go past, have a bit of a laugh to yourself and think how easy it's going to be to get to the next level.
Easy.
There's one problem. This one is out of jumping range.
Ooh, what are we going to do? Can I use my mage hand to bring it closer?
Yes. Yes, that's an easy way to solve the problem. Your mage hand floats over, grabs the balloon, and even holds it in place. So I'll give you an advantage on the next jump.
Thank you. Here we go. Unnatural 20.
An unnatural 20. This is a little too easy. You land on the 4th one. Only 2 to go.
Ooh.
Only 2 to go. How hard could it be?
How hard could it be?
Now, down below in the center of this chamber, you start to hear a noise and you see a couple of people down below. Not all the way down, but off to the side in the foyer where the librarian was. In fact, the librarian is still there, bound to the table.
Yeah.
Now, you can see some people you, as usual, managed to forget. You see Finati.
Oh.
You see Grog.
Ooh.
And then you see a vampire.
Oh no. Seen her before.
You have.
Don't know if we love her.
She's fighting them.
I was about to say, are they having a chat or what's the relationship here?
She's trying to get some books out.
Yeah.
No, they are in a big fight. The story of all victims of vampires, on the surface at least, sound the same. A few steps down the wrong alley, a seduction by near-magnetic charisma, a bite of convenience. Hers was of necessity. The beast that took her blood was near timeless, not decades of power growing, not centuries even, a millennia of vampiric dominance, prestige, ascendancy. Even the light of the sun caused it little concern. There are brighter lights. It was betrayal that left this beast crawling across smeared tiles, sliding in the blood it had stolen from others, as that which he had given whatever morsel of a heart had remained, stood above, stake in hand, a shard of petrified wood tipped in silver, laced in juniper, her red flowing dress curving in the faded promises of love. There are no brighter lights than love. Moments before, he had offered her immortality, a gift that would end the loss of her evanescent beauty, shield her from the petty weaknesses of her humanity. But she had not come to hear his offer. She should not have been quick enough, but that bright light had burned in abundance and let her through. She had not been strong enough, though. The stake now sat within desperate reach of his decrepit morsel of a heart, never beating, shrunken by time and indifference. The silver tip tapped upon the door to his death. Perhaps he would have survived, had his fury at being fooled not outweighed decency, had his arrogance not cast dark shadows across any form of wisdom. Instead, he rose, twisting and contorting just enough to reach her neck, his bite steadily draining her, her body pulled to him in a dark embrace. He drank quickly. She was not strong enough now either, at least, not to pull away. So she did not. Instead, she rested her chest and the true heart within upon the blunt end of that petrified spike and pulled him close. The vampire looks up and sees you.
Can they fly?
She sure can.
Oh,
and that is what she's going to try and do. When I say fly, of course, she can turn into a bat or she can turn into mist.
Well, that's fun.
It is. And she turns into mist.
So we don't really know where she is.
No, she's mixed in with
Feel
all
like
this
the
other
bat
stuff.
we can see. I'd
The
like
mist.
the bat.
She looks like somebody just vaped nearby you. And all you can think is, oh, God, how annoying that is. And so she, you can just see mist is starting to make its way up the chamber. It's still a fair bit behind you, but it's coming towards you quickly.
Yeah.
At the same time now, the spirit of wind, which is now flicking itself around, you can see the wind is starting to pick up around the chamber. There are more and more books now speeding up. So you've got a couple of things you'll have to do this time. The first is you'll need to dodge some more books. Both of you, give me a dexterity check.
2.
A 2.
2 plus 4.
Oh dear, how about you there, Freya?
I've got 11 plus 4, so 15.
One of the books hits little Lute and he gets knocked off the top of Freya and is starting to fall from the side of the balloon. At the same time, the spirit of wind knocks over some bookshelves, just flicks them down towards you, which is going to knock your balloon flying as well. And so your balloon is now moving further away from the other two balloons that you wanted to jump to. Unfortunately, Lute looks like he's about to fall. But you are hanging on by the edge of this balloon.
Maybe I could use sleight of hand to try and grab another book or a chair.
You could slide down to the chair.
Oh, yeah.
You want to try and do that, do you?
Yeah.
All right, give me another dexterity check, but don't mess this one up.
18 again.
Oh, yes. 18's
easy.
our lucky number.
Yeah.
Lute slides down into the chair, and now you're sitting comfortably reading the book that hit you. Do you know what the book's called?
No.
What do you think it's called?
Also don't D&D.
Yes.
That's a bit meta, but yes. Okay. The vampire is going to be getting closer and closer for every bit of time that you can't move further up. So how are you going to solve the problem of Lute reading a book in a chair?
Can I then slide down to the chair as well?
Whoa, you could risk it.
I could.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a go because I don't want to lose Luke.
There's so many dexterity checks happening at the moment, but you could probably do this with acrobatics if you prefer.
I'll give acrobatics a go.
So you're going to try and swing yourself down.
6 plus 10.
Oh,
16.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think, and faster than Freya was.
A lot. We need you here all the time.
Can you do Indy's maths in the future?
Please.
Yes.
You're both now dangling from the balloon, swinging in the chair, and it's really only room for one person. So you're swinging backwards and forwards, and it's getting a little bit out of control down there. If only the spirit of wind wasn't busily trying to kill you at the same time. Here comes some more books. Dodge them.
But it's like my third 18 in a row.
You're going very well, but it doesn't look good over here for Freya.
No, it does.
Oh,
a
it does.
16.
Okay. Of all the challenges I could come up with against the two most dexterous characters in the
I
game.
know, we're
you
really,
guys
we're doing quite well.
just boing, boing, boing.
But for one time I rolled a 2 instead of a 1.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well. Dodge the books again. But one of them hits the rope holding on, like the little ropes that are dangling over the balloon, and you feel like that balloon could come loose at any moment and just pop out and leave you sitting in a chair with nothing holding you up.
Uh-oh.
Maybe we could just jump to another chair.
Might be a good idea. There is one a bit further away, but I think it's too far to jump. This helium balloon.
I could just use a spiritual weapon to make a hole in the balloon.
You want to make a hole in the balloon.
Yeah.
What's it going to do?
I'm not sure.
Well, you play D&D just like these girls. We're going to do something and find out afterwards.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, you've got a spiritual weapon. What do you want your spiritual weapon to look like? It can look like any type of weapon. What would you like it to look like?
Green with orange in the inside and a yellow diamond.
Is that all? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's what? Is it sharp? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like a knife. How are you going to control this thing? Did you take a breath in the middle of your R? 5 minutes later.
Can I hold onto the ropes and maybe try and...
If you're sitting there wondering what that looked like, Indy's there describing it looks like she's milking
trying to
two
milk the
cows. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what happens. You don't have to roll anything to do this because there's no way you're going to miss. It's not hard to hit the balloon with your spiritual weapons. That's good. And it makes a little bit of a hole, and air starts rushing out really quickly. And now you've got to hope that Freya can control this. Freya, how would you like to control this? What method do you think you're going to use other than just hanging onto the ropes? That's what I thought.
I have no idea.
So it's going to be strength.
Strength.
I know.
Yes. I'm not really good at strength.
I'm really bad. Like, really, really bad.
Loot's not a strong one, but Loot's very wise.
It's a 15.
Oh, come on.
I know.
-1.
He's right, though. You are -1.
Thank you. It is -1.
And luckily, I don't think this is too hard to control. It's not going to go wherever you want it to. I think if you got above a 15, I was going to let you control this one all the way up. But no. Instead, you are spinning around and around the outside really quickly. You are going up, but you could at any moment run into the other balloon and knock yourselves off the path.
And we could just jump up to the other one.
Yes,
And
I like
climb
that.
up.
Is that what you want to do?
Might be a little bit
Yeah?
more sturdy as well.
Could well be. You still have a mage hand hanging onto the side of this balloon as well.
Help me!
Oh, that's what your mage hand is saying.
And you also have some vampire mist heading towards you. It's getting closer and closer. Let's see if you make that next jump. Dexterity or acrobatics? For you, they're both the same, but if you want, you can do acrobatics and do a little flip in the middle.
Dexterity.
No flip, okay.
9.
A 9 plus...
4.
Oh. Loot smashes into the side of this balloon. Bud is hanging on by one of the ropes as well. So you haven't fallen off, but you haven't made it the whole way. Freya, you're still in the original balloon. It's going around the edge. You can see Loot's dangling.
I'm going to jump for it too.
Okay.
It's a 4 plus 10.
A 14. Neither of you actually made it. You basically bash into him.
Oh no, it's messy.
And you're both hanging onto the side of this balloon. It is also sort of wedged under one of the ledges, and it's now knocked loose and is starting to float back to the centre. This is either good news or bad news. The bad news will be determined by whether or not you dodge some more books.
Oh, no, more books.
I know. Surely they stop.
So there are so many books. Are you ready?
Yes?
All right, here we go. Can you dodge these books?
19, I think.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
wow. Nice.
I know you're the luckiest kid I know, but you don't have to do it with every single roll, do you?
Except for that too.
Oh, except for that too. We'll remember that for a long time.
Oh, yeah. For like the whole hour.
Freya, how about you?
All right, here we go.
Dodging books.
Ooh, not so good this time. It's only a 2 plus dexterity.
Yeah.
Oh, which is a 6.
Freya has been hit by the book. So first
no.
take a D6 of damage, because these things are flying very quickly.
It's a 1. That's better. That's
That's
good.
not too bad, but it also knocks you loose.
Ooh.
Freya, you have been knocked loose and are about to fall into the centre chamber.
All right, can I try and...
I'll give you both one chance to stop that from happening.
Using sleight of hand.
Not quite sleight of hand. You can just grab for her if you want to. Thing is, you're going to have no problem getting to her. I think it's how much strength you've got.
Oh
-2.
Oh dear. Is Loot strong enough to hold Freya? Give me a roll and let's find out what happens.
11?
-2. No! That's a 9. Loot reaches out for you and it's almost like you're too oily or something because you just can't get a grip and you slide from his fingers.
And now I start falling.
And you will start falling. At that exact same time, a little hand juts out from the side of the library as if someone's leaning over the ledge to get to you.
Oh.
But it's a very little hand. He doesn't have a lot of range.
Ooh. Who's the little hand?
Let's see if he grabs you.
Okay.
That's a 16. So, yes, the little hand grabs you. I don't know whether he's going to be strong enough to hold you for long because it is a little hand.
Oh.
You might just have to start hanging onto the side as best you can of this ledge.
Can I pull myself up?
When you pull yourself over the ledge or pull yourself up to level with the ledge, you see the face of Kuzo.
Oh.
The little guy who was travelling with Darkon and travelling with Loot. He's been hiding.
Oh.
But he's seen what's going on here and he's joined in.
Thanks for helping me.
No problem. We need to get out of here now. We need to leave.
So do we need to leave the bookmark?
No.
Oh, are you going to go for the bookmark?
Yeah.
Good idea. I like that. We want that bookmark.
He's brave, that little Loot. A little brave. Okay, well, you're back on the edge, but you could get back onto that original balloon.
Yeah.
You only have one more spot to go. There's some bad news.
Oh, no.
This seems to be constantly bad news. Loot is still hanging on to the side of the balloon. And the balloon looks like, from your angle, you can only see the bottom of it. You can see Loot, you can't see the top of the balloon because it's above the ledge.
Yeah.
But you do see it sort of drop down slightly as if a weight has just appeared on top of it.
It's the vampire on the mist.
It is.
Oh.
The vampire is standing on your balloon, and she reaches down and offers you her hand.
No,
You don't trust her?
I don't. Maybe I could use insight.
What do you want to learn?
I could use insight on the vampire.
So you want to know whether she's to be trusted. Is that what you're doing?
Is it a D20?
It is.
Oh. Come on, I got a 12.
Plus 5?
Yeah, 17.
That doesn't sound
That's
too
pretty
bad.
good.
She looks like she's being honest. She looks like she's trying to help. You want to grab her hand?
Yeah.
She reaches down and pulls you up to the top of the balloon.
Now back we slide to water's edge, away from paper-slithered cuts, to hear of hope and desperate pledge, where end and dawn abruptly jut.
Now we rejoin the girls who are fighting yet another big mythical sea beast, and we leave Lute and Freya behind for the moment. But this thing is now, it's larger than the boat underneath
Oh,
you, so
shit.
it's huge and it looks like it's
Cool.
this light in quite a large amount of distance in all directions. But the first thing it gets to do now, and it gets to do it twice because you're all dazzled, so it's going to go after Kamin first, only because I have never actually told you what your name is there, Stacey. I don't believe we did mention it, and if we did,
No, I've never heard my name in my life.
it's Grendell.
Okay, I would have remembered Grendell.
Yeah.
Exactly,
I would have
yeah.
remembered that.
Well, everyone remembers when Grendell and Eline were married, how awkward it was because nobody liked either of their names.
Grendell and Eline.
So you're telling me not only is Indy stuck with the name Eline, it's Eline Grendell because we have Eline and Jalu Grendell. They're married.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Sorry. The first one, oh my goodness, that's that's going to hit you. That's a plus 26 to hit. He hits pretty hard, or it hits pretty hard, whatever it may be. That is 13 points of damage.
Oh, I've got to take 13 off then.
Plus 7.
Oh.
That's 20 for Kamin. 20 points of damage.
Me?
Yep. The bad news is it does another 2d6.
Shit.
It does another 2d6 damage.
Is it just attacking me? It's not attacking...
It's hit you first.
Gremlin over here?
The others are able to move. Gremlin's not even being hit yet. But you will also take another...
Are you being serious right now?
Yep. Good news is it can only do 2d6 worth, so it did 10 more points of acid damage.
I'm done.
If you want to end the game, Cory.
You are down.
Is anyone
Smashed.
shocked? Anyone?
No, not even a little bit.
True to form.
Yeah. Wow, that was bad for you.
Yeah.
You're in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. If only your other players were able to do something about it, but they probably can't. Grendell, you're going to take the other hit.
Can't live with this name anymore.
I can't.
That's
I'm reborn a Joel.
Plus 23 to hit.
I want to be stronger.
That is 19 points of damage.
What if we're both unconscious?
I don't think it goes well. I mean, it eats you, basically.
I'm sure I'm delicious. Mosquitoes love everything that bites and like drinks your blood. Love me.
Yeah, you're very attractive.
To mosquitoes
To
in particular.
things.
To things.
That like blood.
To parasites.
Yeah, well, the vampire was big on you too.
Yeah, that's
so,
what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you going for hit points now?
I've got 18 left.
Which is good news for you because you also have the 2d6 of acid that it takes. It's another 8.
So now I've got 10 left.
10 left. Okay, so it's had its 2 attacks. Now, the people on board who didn't get mesmerized by this are going to start throwing stuff back at it. I'm just going to roll a generic sort of number of dice for them. There are 4 people on board with you. I'll roll for each of them, and then I'll just add their damage up together to make it a little bit faster. If they hit, which is not that likely. I'm rolling well tonight. 2 out of the 4 have hit. They don't do a lot of damage. Who? That would be Stephen. He's well known.
Stephen?
Oh, like our elderly people.
Yeah,
okay.
Stephen and Burrell.
Okay, well, I'm glad you rolled well.
Burrell.
Yeah, he goes by Barry, but whatever. And if you're wondering how I come up with these world building things, I think of the name Barry, and I just go one step beyond it, and then I come straight back. And wow, between them, they managed to do 5 points of damage. Okay. The thing has been hit. In the water, you do notice something. Well, Grendell notices, but unfortunately...
I'm having sweet dreams about my daughter. We've been reunited.
Yes, you are out cold. But, Grendell, you notice in the water the swordfish are on your side.
Oh,
good choice not eating the swordfish.
Did try. That's the thing.
Yeah, but you failed.
Didn't hit.
So you were so bad at it they didn't actually think you were trying. So that's lucky for you. But they're not doing a lot. They're just distracting this thing. But at least they're distracting it. Otherwise, you'd be in a lot of trouble.
Oh my god, my stomach just literally grumbled. That's one grumble.
One grumble.
6
we get
to
to
go.
7,
One
we're in
grumble.
danger. Just one level of exhaustion.
So the question is at this stage, the question is how the hell you're supposed to survive this. But the question is, at this stage, what would you like to do? And what did I name the creature? This thing's full of light, glows and does some stuff. The fish is called the Light Fandango.
Okay, love it. Writing that down.
I made this part so horrible to you. I don't know what I was thinking when I was writing this. Ladies, this thing is trying to kill you, and the rest of the people they're trying to help you, but they're also very panicked. The elder is calling out, no one has seen the Light Fandango for years. I love that name.
Love it. Honestly, best one yet.
So the Light Fandango has not been through this way for a while, but they also know of its reputation. It can kill each and every one of you. It may need to.
So we're just going to row our little hearts out.
It may need to.
Gotta eat.
I got to eat. No, I didn't eat the spiritual fish, did I?
No, that's true.
I just had a little rumble. Sorry, he's going to have a little rumble in his belly. Anyway, we're clocking out. Row.
Rowing for it?
We are rowing for it.
All right.
Yeah, we're going athletics. So my athletics is +6.
Tell me how is this athletic?
It's athletic because rowing is an athletic sport.
In the Olympics.
Because it's in the Olympics.
Yeah,
From
you
now,
gotta have...
hey, look, you set that precedent. From now on, when you want to use athletics, you have to give me the Olympic sport it connects to.
Fine, because there's a lot of sport in the Olympics.
Well, there's going to be a lot of ping
winter
pong.
and summer. So,
of course, I would never override the
Thank
summer.
you.
I'm looking forward to you trying to explain how you're going to use some of the Winter Olympic stuff in.
I can't fucking wait.
Yep, looking forward to it.
I look so forward to it.
Can't wait either. Good luck,
born
Finland. That's what I say.
waiting for
Good
it.
luck, Norway. Good luck, Finland. Good luck, Sweden.
And
All
Japan.
places that listen to us. Good luck, Japan. Not so much Australia. We pretty much turn up and accept our bronze. Hey, we don't even have snow in Australia, so all these countries, well, we do. I know.
We do.
I know we do.
I'm an
but
exceptionally poor snowboarder, but I do it. All right.
our Olympic team hits punches up.
Yeah.
They do so much better.
They show up.
They win gold, not just when people fall over.
Not just by
That was
default.
one time, and he was already 4th in the world, so everyone can shut up about that right now.
We are going to roll my dice. Okay, less 11 though, but +6, 17.
Hey guys, have you heard of Goldbelly? It's this amazing site where they ship the most iconic famous foods from restaurants across the country, anywhere, nationwide. I've never found a more perfect gift than food. They ship Chicago deep dish pizza, New York bagels, Maine lobster rolls, and even Ina Garten's famous cakes. So if you're looking for a gift for the food lover in your life, head to goldbelly.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT.
You are moving away quickly. That's not a bad roll at all. In fact, I'm going to make this simple. We're just going to do a quick skill check. All you need to do, 3 successes before you get 3 fails.
Okay.
This thing will catch you if you get 3 fails, and I do not recommend being caught.
Okay.
There's one minor problem.
Okay.
Someone's dying on board your boat at exactly the same time. So in between your successes and fails, we have death saves.
And you're
Which
doing
are
the
also successes and fails.
Wait, don't I have something for death saves? I've got a trick. Hold on.
I've got a trick for this.
I do. I've got something I can give you. That ensures... Oh, God, what's the skill? Holy shit, why do I have to have full-time jobs?
Resilience.
Resilience, thank you. I'm going to cast resilience?
It's more like it is casting resilience, yeah.
Cast some resilience. And that is going to give her an extra... a D4. I can roll a D4.
It does. She can roll the D4.
You can roll a D4 to add to your death saving throw.
Yeah, but to do that, you'd have to not row.
Fine.
You have to choose whether you won't row for a bit to give her
I'm
that
going to
extra
not
bit.
row for a bit because I could do some help rowing.
Every non-row is a fail.
Ooh, no.
But you're going to die.
Well, she hasn't died yet.
I mean, I just have to roll successfully.
So if I do one successful roll and I get far enough away, I might have time to drop the oars and
Yeah, you might
Past
also need to.
resilience.
We don't know. She might not roll a 1 on her first roll. Anyway, got it in there. Yes. Alrighty. So, 1 death save, please. How we go?
16, not a 1, motherfucker.
All right. Bit testy tonight.
Is that a save?
That is definitely
Success.
a save. We have a success.
See, everything's fine.
We have 1 life or death success, and we have 1 success in rowing. Back to the boat.
But she's going to die.
No, she's got 1 success so far. She just if she gets 3 fails,
Okay.
she might. She hasn't got
All
any
right.
fails yet.
All right,
So-
let's keep rowing. And I add my athletics still again?
Yes,
Yeah, cool.
because it's an Olympic sport.
12.
In total.
That's a fail.
Fuck me.
It's getting closer, lashing around, tentacles, glowing, beautiful tentacles, by the way. They are rather impressive. Deadly.
Well,
There's a lot of tentacles in this show.
There are, but these are those sort of bioluminescent, see-throughy ones. They look rather pretty.
Okay, more jellyfish than...
Love
Right,
it.
yes.
Okay, I'm seeing it.
Yeah, they look really nice. There's beautiful music as well.
Okay.
I mean, it's not singing. Alrighty. We're back to the dying person. Poor Kamin. How did you go this time?
13.
All right, all this I don't roll well stuff. Got 2 saves in a row there. You look like you might come good.
Don't you use your jinx powers on me.
Rowing, we've got 1 success, 1 fail. The boat is pulling through the water, but the tentacles are awfully close. The roar of the water. The rocks are getting closer. Spray. Another athletics check, please.
Fuck, 13.
Another fail.
Whoa! What's a pass?
15.
Fuck!
And we're back to more dying. There's a bit of spluttering going on, some water coming out. You might make it. As long as this isn't a 1. Gotta be a 1, sure.
20.
It is not.
Fuck off.
It is not.
You can't jinx me no more, fool!
Not only can I not jinx you, but a 20 is special.
Oh, what does a 20 do?
20 means you get up.
Yay!
Normally you'd just be
0
stable.
And, yeah.
But this is, you only get 1 hit point back, but you do have a hit point.
1 point of healing. Bam!
Oh my god, it's a goddamn miracle, Lana.
It will mean you can help with the rowing.
I'm useful.
Apparently I need that, despite my sweet athletics and Olympic track record.
Australian Olympic track
Australian
record.
Olympic track.
At the
You're
Winter
right, doesn't mean
Olympics.
as much.
Yeah. We do well in the rowing. Look up the awesome foursome people. But right now we only have to actually don't look that up. I have no guarantees what that
I was going to say, maybe I'll look that up.
What
safe search is on, then sure.
Yeah. Write the word Olympics in there somewhere and still no guarantees.
What are my options for skills here, though, to contribute?
What's your athletics looking like?
Maybe just a help action.
Oh, help so much better than any other skill that I have.
I know, you can just be rubbing shoulders.
Help.
You got this.
Help, what do I do?
How are you going to help? You can't just, I help you.
Can I just have the oar on the other side of the boat so she doesn't have to, do either side?
Maybe you could just tell her to stop doing one side. Sounds like that might have been the problem in the first place.
We're going in circles.
Both sides, Grendell, both sides. Yes, you can do that. You can pick one side and help.
I'm helping.
Yay.
Your next one will be at advantage.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Can you pull away from the light fandango?
Are we
Do you
ready?
even want to? It's such a lovely creature.
I know, it sounds, it's so pretty. Okay, we're athleticsing it. Okay, we've got a 26.
Oh.
A 26.
I got a crit plus my 6.
Just double crit.
Yep.
That counts as 2 successes.
Fantastic. All right, now we have a narrative. Now we're going somewhere.
Now you are crashing towards those rocks.
Fine.
Right down the middle of them.
Okay.
Ones that I specifically gave you very detailed directions to get through.
Gotcha.
There's only one problem.
Yes.
It's nighttime.
Okay, so
You can't see.
Oh, this is very Bird Box by Sandra Bullock.
You're both Sandra Bullock.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just for the listeners, here's what I'm doing. I'm turning the lights off in the room so they can't see their notes.
Are you actually going to do that?
Yep. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Go where?
This is awkward. It's far less awkward. Well, now we've just got this one glow from my computer screen. So, who is steering?
Me.
I mean, who's in the room with me?
Me, Grendell. We left. Like, fuck this shit.
I just heard some stuff break on the way out of the room. All right, Grendell.
Grendell.
There
I don't know why I
are
said Grendell. Grendell.
there are only 9 things you have to remember.
Do you mean the directions?
Yep. And I
Okay.
know you looked at them when I was counting down, so
Yeah.
I'm sure you know some of them. Hit me with them.
Left.
I'm not going to say correct every time we'll roll.
Oh,
I'm going to tell you how many you got right at the end.
Okay.
So
There's
left.
a pattern. Left, right, right, straight, Left, right, left. Left, right.
Left, right, right. Straight. Left, left. You smash into some rocks.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm pretty sure you got the rest right, but I couldn't remember because you went too fast and it's dark. And you do hit the rocks once, but not badly enough to do any major damage or lose anybody overboard or anything crazy like that. You are very, very fortunate. The creature, however, behind you slams into the first rock and can't get through. It's too big to get through this gap.
Can we have the lights back now?
Yeah, we need them back on. I don't know what I'm doing. The lights are on. Just for people wondering, we don't have a clapper. The lights are off. We actually have to get up and go and do that.
And it's like at the entrance of the shed. So Cory's carrying his laptop so that he's not in the dark when he has to walk back. It's great. That was the true joy of this.
I am worried. There's one step as well, and that's what worried me the whole way. There's just that one step, and I'm like, that'll be dangerous. As you come through the other side of the rocks, it's still night. It's been a tough night navigating a bit more slowly as you're going through these things. Some of them have a glow to them, as if they've only recently crashed down. But as you come through the other side of it, that endless horizon isn't there anymore. There's something else now.
Chapter 13.
Oh, yes.
The Water's Edge. Where water ends, the god begins.
Ooh.
The water falls away. Its sounds drowned out the prayers of old, but God alone still waits. A mist it is, this being divine. A fading cloud, a whispered sound, a question thought not asked. A sigh among a roaring sea, a breath behind a mask. It listens, hopeful, yet with deep despair. Its creations foil and fumble. But just one dream, just one last prayer, and the walls between will tumble. Let voices rise above this roar. Let questions float and dare. Let gods find love above it all, and in sleep's gloom bring light to bear.
Who's playing the guitar or whatever?
No, I just thought I'd whack together a few tunes.
Yeah, it's lovely. You are very talented.
Yeah, I am. I don't speak about it very often.
I've never heard this
because
before.
I don't like the lying aspect of it. The depth of the lie. Wasn't that a pretty one?
Yeah,
that was lovely.
I didn't super catch all the words because the guitar in the background was really vibing.
Yeah.
I'm just going with it.
I was down with it.
Luckily, the elder is on board.
Rolled up some Auden rootin'.
Oh, the elder is on board. We love an elder.
So Grendell got stoned. Just went with the moment. Just felt like it was right.
I'm vibing this.
Yeah. But in front of you now, water turns into spray. There's spray heading up above you. It's like as if the end of the world happens and the water just spills over the edge.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
An endless horizon of waterfall. It's not pulling you towards it, though, which seems unusual, and this white spray above it is creating a foggy cloud so you cannot see through it.
Yeah.
The elder stands next to you and says, "This is where the god lives."
I'm like, cool.
I mean, obviously. Look how magical this place is.
I'm vibing.
And
is the guitar still playing in the background? Like, there's no one there?
For no reason.
I'm like, wow, it's beautiful here. This guitar just... Where is that coming from?
This elder is playing guitar, standing on the boat. I'm so glad I brought this. It seems like the right thing to bring out right now.
I'm so glad I didn't beat a sword speech to death with this.
He looks at you both and says, "You have both lost so much that only one can give the prayer." And steps back and waits.
I look at Kamin, I'm like, a single nod.
Tear rolls down my face and I nod back at you.
And I go, I'm so glad you understand. It's going to be me.
I'm not healthy enough
Look,
to
she's
laugh.
a crazy bitch, but she's my crazy bitch. Nah, jokes go. Give the prayer.
What would you ask of this god?
Please see it in your heart.
In iambic pentameter, please. Thank you. Continue.
Fuck.
No. You should see the look I'm getting right now, too. I might just turn the lights back off. Go again, please.
I stand before you, but a humble mother who has lost my husband and now my child, And I would give anything, even my own life, to see her returned to this world. She is beyond precious, beyond valuable, not just to me, but to this community. And I would give anything, I would do anything. I beg you, please return her to us.
That was pretty nice. I'd give her back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A voice comes through the mist, and you see a watery hand as well coming through. The water forms into a hand, and it holds out, and the hand is huge, something you could easily walk onto. It's in front of the boat, which is now hanging sort of near the edge of this waterfall, but not going over the edge. And the hand is right at the edge of the waterfall, and it says,
I hear the voices from beyond. They are the children of life, those who once heard my voice, those who once called upon me. I tried to send them a message. I am still here, I called, but the sound sent waves instead of words. A god I was, but what is such a thing? I am not of the heavens, I am not eternal. I am no more than one being who wishes to care about another. I suppose I have hope that they will still need me, that they could still have faith in me, that they could believe that all I want to do is care again. So again I ask, is there still faith?
I have hope. I have desperation. I think I'm just desperate enough to believe anything, yeah.
what will you do?
I turn my back to the hand and I trust fall into it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes. Oh, bitch, what a move.
Wow. And
I love it.
That's epic. It creates a U-shaped hole as you fall straight through it. And
I hold my nose.
Plummet off the edge. No scream or anything. Very classy fall.
Thank you. Thank you.
Probably an excellent splash, but we don't even hear that. Instead, there's a roar, and Grendell, you see this mist change in colours. A whole array of different colours coming to life, rainbows and joy, and then suddenly find yourself back at the battle with the sea serpent.
Oh, we've gone back in time. They don't give it back to you. They just go take you back to correct it?
Up to you.
Nah. That's fucked.
What do you want instead from your god?
For the daughter to appear out of the water. I don't think we have to go back to the time and do it all over again.
The daughter is alive.
I'm so happy, but I don't know if I'm alive to express that happiness. Do you know how hard it is to convince people that don't even have paper that god sharks are a thing? And like, lead us to the end of the world?
What you're saying to me is a god has given you what seems like a second chance, and you feel like it wasn't enough.
I thought my kid was the second chance. I want my kid back.
But
I want her kid back.
You want my kid back?
well, you could still get the kid back.
Oh, are we going before the serpent? Like,
yeah. So let's see where you go.
Okay. But if my kid's not there, we're going forward again.
Now you're telling the god what to do.
Yeah.
I'm also a god.
And how can you do this? You just fell through the air through a giant see-through hand. How are you falling back the entire time going, what do I get?
With them.
I want more stuff.
I want what's coming to me.
Well, here's what's coming to you.
Again we move betwixt the gaps of time, of space, of all, and find ourselves without time's lapse, in sight of hidden words' last door.
Freya,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
I feel like I want to jump back onto the balloons, but I'm also scared of the vampire. But I also don't want to leave loot there.
So many problems.
So many problems. So I might ask Kuzo,
Yeah.
what's all the evil that you see in here?
Kuzo's had the opportunity to move around all sorts of parts of this library in the time that Kuzo's been here, and he's seen what he calls the three storms.
Yeah.
The first thing, there are three storms. One is ice, one is wind, and one is lightning. And the worst of these is lightning.
Okay.
But there also is the problem with the vault at the top. It can do a lot of damage really quickly if you don't know what you're doing. What would you like to do then?
I'm going to try and jump back onto the balloons to get to the vampire.
From your angle, you're probably to jump to the side and pull yourself up from the ropes.
All right.
So the first part, the dexterity part, you could really just reach out.
But wouldn't the vampire just jump down and stop holding me? Which means I would fall.
No, she's pulled you up to the top of the balloon with her.
But she might accidentally knock me down.
Maybe. She could. You are little. We'll just have to find out, won't we? Freya, reaching out to grab the rope. That part was easy, but it's going to require a strength check to pull yourself up.
Okay, can do. Oh, it's a 19.
What the hell?
No, I know.
You pull yourself up, and she doesn't stop you. But the balloon is now dropping rather than rising, and you can see the other balloon above you getting further and further away.
Okay.
She looks at you and says, I believe you have something of mine.
What have I got?
The greatest sin this pure soul committed was wanting to live. Low on blood, the scattered ash of her sire settling on her porcelain skin, she knelt before that thing that had disgusted her when first it was discovered. Now it was her only hope. The dark coffin beckoned. She lay within, weakened, and the coffin lid fell closed. Only then, as she felt soil against her flesh, did she question her choice. Considering the horrors she was now inviting, she panicked and preferred death instead. When she pushed against the lid's weight, depleted as she was, she struggled to lift it enough to allow the last of the light inside. In the darkness now, she wondered what was to become of her. Whether she would ever be able to hold back the demon she would become, where the last resting place of her soul would be, now that it was being stripped away. She could not know then that her soul would begin again without her, that death belonged to another god that preferred life, that its new owner would sell the very thing she had forsaken here, and that the child of other gods would pay handsomely for such a rarity. Nor would she know about a clever and somewhat humble dwarf who would uncover her prize, trapped within a gem by one of Tau Dornus' soul traders. But when she woke, her search began. Her hand is near Lute, but not holding him by any means, but just sort of close enough that if he fell, she'd probably reach out and grab him.
Okay, so she might do an insight check.
Yeah.
Because I don't want her to, one, push Lute off, but I don't also know if she's trying to trade the gem for Lute as well.
All right, give me a roll.
Ooh. 5 plus 2, 7.
You don't trust her.
Yeah.
And from the position you're in right there, yeah, it looks like this is not the best situation.
Okay. So do you want this gem?
She really does.
Okay. And in return, what do I get?
She seems to be fighting something. It's almost as though she's fighting her nature. So when you say that, what do I get? She wants to say, she looks like she's trying to say, your life. But she doesn't. But she doesn't speak. As though she has nothing else to offer you but your own safety.
All right. So please don't hurt me or Lute, and give me back Lute, and I will give you the gem.
Watching this from down below, a long way down, is Gerg and Fanati.
Yeah.
Fanati has started trying to find ways up, by the way. He's climbing and clambering. Okay. He can see that you're there.
Yeah.
Gerg, on the other hand, isn't able to move around quickly. He's a big fella. So he's just trying to dig his way through the books around the outside, and it's very slow going. But when he sees you offer that gem, he calls out, "No, she can't have it!" As loud as he can, it echoes through the chamber. She must not have it!
Yeah.
Now it's up to you.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to make the trade.
She looks as though she's ready to cry.
Okay.
Her hand is shaking. She's preparing to do something with it. She's looking at this gem. There's a smile on her face, tears running down the side. She takes the gem from you. She tries to throw the gem as fast as she can down into the chamber below.
But won't that destroy her soul as well? Won't that destroy you?
You would remember that when you saw Queen Morrigan do this, it took the souls.
Yeah.
It destroyed the soul within the gem. She wants to throw it, but sees Gerg down below, and she doesn't want him to catch it. So she looks like she's trying to find a way to destroy this gem. But he's there, and she says to you, if he finds it, if he catches this when I throw it, he'll trap me forever.
Right.
And again, you can see she's fighting something, because you can see in her eyes this fury behind them, but there's also pain. She says, you must help me destroy it.
Destroy the gem?
Yes.
How would we do that?
Grab the gem and throw it at the sword I made earlier.
Ooh.
Could do that.
Or even, what's up?
The roof.
Yes, the roof.
Give me a perception check.
8 plus 2, so 10.
19.
What? You're sitting in Alana's seat and you are the opposite of Alana.
I know. What's going on? We can't tell her this.
Lute notices that above you is the door to a giant vault. It is the ceiling of this place, but it is not the last floor. There is a vault and a door between you. You can see all sorts of things like pipes, and it's a bit hard to see everything from where you are, but it looks like something you can open. You can also now see the bookmark is banging against the vault. The bookmark is trying to tell you to get through the vault.
There's a book inside the vault because the bookmark only goes to book.
How many balloons are above us?
One.
One more balloon.
One more balloon, and then you'd be close enough to the top level.
So should we try and jump onto the balloon?
Let's jump.
Let's jump.
Dexterity check.
Not quite. This one is just a bit further out of range.
Very bad.
Oh, jump. I'm going to use jump. Wow. I should have read that earlier.
How many spells you got?
So I've just used Feather Fall.
Yep.
I've got 2 more. So myself and Lou.
Going to leave the vampire behind. The vampire's like, you need to help me destroy this.
All right, I'm going to say to the vampire, look, I'm going to help you destroy this, but we need to get to the top now. So I need you to turn to mist or turn into a bat so we can fly. Then I will jump onto the balloon, grab Loot, him and I will jump to the next balloon, and then we'll be at the top.
Okay. All doable.
Okay. All right,
you can
let's
jump
go.
3 times as high now.
Great.
One more dexterity check.
6 plus 4, so 10.
Loot.
19 plus 4
What is going on over
23.
there? That's insane. Well, Loot leaps up without any problems at all. But this time, Freya doesn't get the whole way.
Oh, no.
In fact, Freya only makes it to the chair.
Oh.
Little Loot, you've only got one more spot. You can almost just step out now if you want to, and you'll be next to the vault. Well,
Okay.
The vault is above you in the roof.
Okay.
Okay? And as soon as you do that, the bat flies next to you and materializes into a vampire. At the same time, you see Kuzo is now trying to come around the outside. He's going very slowly. The books are all over the place, and books are now being thrown at Kuzo. So he's struggling, but he wants to keep up. Gerg is also coming up the other side. There's people going everywhere. Fanati is just climbing level to level to level to level. At the same time, the wind in the chamber picks up again, and this time you see the spirit of the wind forms in the center of this chamber again, and is looking directly at you. And we return to the girls.
Oh, no. What's going to happen?
Once more returned from there to here, to see where story leads. Pages turn to catch the tear. Reborn this world through loving deeds.
All right, so we're back at the serpent.
And you can see
How did
the
we
elder.
beat that thing last time?
You didn't. It left because of the wave.
That's right.
You can see the elder. He's holding the spear, and he's right next to Lauret. And this time you can see he's going to try and sacrifice her.
Oh, what a plus. Oh.
And it didn't work last time. The moment is frozen. As soon as you act, all right, the light will come back.
How close are we?
You are in a different boat.
Oh,
But like, can we jump? Like, one is like, can we jump to the next boat, or are we going to spear this guy so he falls into the water and doesn't touch Lorette?
I would like to misty step in between the blade and my daughter.
Love it.
You are definitely in range to do that.
Love it. Love it.
I'm going to take this hit for her.
Oh.
What? No.
I thought you were just going to take him out, but
I'm pushing her out of the way.
No.
you appear next to her. I love that Stacey's trying to interrupt this, by the way.
Am I here?
Am I gonna know? It's
Did
like,
I come in the memory or not?
am I able to turn just one light off in this room? Just fade to black in the corner.
I'm just under the assumption that a sacrifice still needs to happen.
Well, I love that idea. The blade does hit you and cuts deep, and then you hear one more thing as everything, the whole world around you, fades into a night sky.
I saved my daughter.
Good for you, sweetie.
Hi, I'm Cory's father, Kevin.
Hi, I'm Cooper's father, Cory.
Hi, I'm Cooper.
3 generations.
Epilogue, The Watery Hand.
Speaking of water, tearing up.
There's love to lose when hearts are free. Not lost, are they, to deep blue sea?
Oof.
An ocean joining wave and tear.
Oh, the music is giving me chills.
There is no end. Sky is clear. The wind is hushed.
No water flows.
That's beautiful. Ah, gorgeous.
Silence here is nature's prose. Old man of sea, lean near, lean now. But do not fall from true boat's bow. See her hand
Break from the depths.
Yeah, pick it up, Coops.
And rise it goes to meet your breath. She holds your face and offers gift. Where did she learn?
Where did she learn?
Where did she learn?
Such loving thrift.
Your dad killed that.
He nailed it.
He absolutely killed it. Like, you'd almost think he was a voice actor. Like, it was so good.
I reckon Cooper was the real star.
All right.
Nah, he just wins on cute points. This is a man of experience.
It's very well done.
And sage.
God, the music accompanying that you chose,
It's beautiful. Accompanying music?
Well, accompanying the moment for you, Grendell, as you look out over the side of your boat, is something you didn't expect because Eline wasn't here when you came back. When you came back and saw the serpent. She was gone.
Hold up. If my daughter's back, shouldn't Eline be back too? Like, she'd only sacrifice herself for my daughter.
Well, yeah, except this isn't really just time travel. All right? You've been granted a different kind of gift. This is a whole new reality, a whole new timeline. And the god only granted one gift.
Oh.
Only one person gave a prayer.
Oh, that's awkward. That's really awkward.
Oh, silence. Silence from the other end of the table. Moving on. You look into the water. You see her floating towards you. And her hand rises up. And out of the water, she's holding something. And it's the lure you lost when you first went fishing. And Jalu, Grendell, as you're holding it, the lure, Eline seems to fade back into the sea, which also begins to fade away. And it seems like the world that you're in is leaving and you're starting to see a new place. You hear the voice of the Dewey Decimator, the book.
Oh, the book.
Yes.
Hello, this is Derek from the How Not to DM podcast, and I'm reprising my role as the Dewey Decimator. A life you have had, and all cause of me. But such wondrous things are surely not free. You'll notice soon, I have taken my fee. But there's a gift I leave for each of thee. These once were the living, their lives were true. Stories unchanged. Is the same said of you? Learn and observe when sacrifice is due, and why it calls upon the precious few. Now, back to what you think is existence. I'm glad I have been of quite the assistance to teach you a lesson from such a long distance, and aid you from here in your hopeful resistance.
And now when you reappear outside of the book, you are still holding the lure.
Wait, I'm out of the book.
You're both out of the book.
Oh!
And
Is my daughter okay?
Oh, the story ended?
I'll explain to you what's happening to you in a second because that's unusual. But you also feel as though you have lived a life. And you each go up a level.
Oh, yay! Now?
Yes, you'll be able to do that before we continue the story.
Okay.
I'm a little disorientated. I'm looking for my daughter.
You can't really see her. You can't see her here.
I a little bit forgot about Morrigan and am really struggling to reconcile the fact that I don't have a daughter.
Well, your daughter was a real person and lived a good life.
But apparently
In
not
the sequel
my
book.
daughter and is now gone. Like,
Yeah. It's a little hard.
that's rough.
A little confusing at first, but something else has happened as well. Two things, actually. One is you each have gained a skill from the world that you came from.
Cool.
Karin, the lure you have is very special. It allows you to steal the ability of one other creature. Now, it doesn't guarantee you'll get everything. This thing's not the most powerful.
And draw my own card.
You go ahead and draw a lure. But when you are fighting something, you may see their ability and say, I would like to take a version of that. It may not be the precise same thing. You can't just say, oh, look, that thing's got meteor shower. I would like to also cast a meteor shower. It might just give you one meteor. All right. Morrigan.
Hi.
The god from the story has granted you the ability to see visions.
Ooh.
And potentially even change them.
Oh, that's way better than the lure. I'm using my lure to steal the ability. Can I do this more than once?
No, it's a one-shot deal.
Oh, I'm not taking the visions.
And it might not be the exact power. It'll be something similar, so...
Okay, cool. Did we get their name?
No, you did not get that god's name.
Damn.
Perhaps it'll appear in a vision.
Can I do my visions more than once?
Yes.
I'm going to write not redeemable for cash.
There is a cost, of course, to these newfound abilities. We said at one stage we were going to start stealing parts from other role-playing games. So some of those are from the Pathfinder game, and some of them I just took from Pathfinder and then made them something completely different anyway. But we'll post some of these new feats online for people to look at. But the book also took a price.
Oh.
Damn it.
And so in the coming hours, you'll feel one of the feats from your character sheet and from your existence slowly start to fade.
Well, I don't want to, so tough to this.
And I'm sure that will be difficult, but you are required to lose one.
Nope.
And I will be guaranteeing that occurs. And now you are back to joining Freya.
Oh, Freya. Who's not dead. Yay.
Yay.
That worked out. Freya is rejoining us now.
Hey, girl. Yeah.
You are hanging from a chair that is dangling from a balloon.
I am.
At the top of this tower of the library, a long way above the hole in the ground. Like not the hole in the ground, the hole in the tower. You can see 8 floors, 10 floors perhaps down into darkness below. And you've got Gerg's trying to find his way around the outside. Fanati's trying to do the same. Gerg's actually trying to climb between the levels, and Fanati's trying to run around the side. You have just let the vampire survive, I guess you could say. The vampire is now standing next to Loot above you. And as that happens, the book that you held before that you wrapped, 2 people come flying out of the book and land right next to you on the chair. Your old friends.
Hey, bitches.
Oh, hey, girl.
And the balloon starts to fall. Welcome back, everybody.
Nice to see your face again.
Family's back
So
together.
nice to see you guys.
All right, time's up. The balloon is falling.
Hey guys, in a pickle. All right.
Featherballless.
I'm all out of feather falls.
Ah, shit.
So that's really fun.
Are we coming back with the hit points we had from the story?
I have great news for you.
Yeah?
It's great news, but remember, you are plummeting
Okay.
to your doom. But you've all gone up a level.
Oh, have I?
Yeah, you can go up as well.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. Okay, great. So I get to choose some new spells.
Something like that. I don't know. When you go up next level, for all of you, I don't know what you get next time you go up.
Okay.
We'll find out.
Okay, great.
I'll give you time to check it.
Yay.
And because you've gone up a level, your hit points will be measured at the new level you go up to. You do feel empowered. You have lived an entire life.
I glow and my muscles ripple.
Actual glowing has occurred. I would give you a small bit of time right now to actually do your characters. And then in the world of our story, we're just going to jump straight back in. So you guys can go fix up that extra level of character.
If we're leveling up, are we doing a long rest to get all our things back?
Yep.
Yeah.
We can't long rest, so we're floating through the air.
It's the power of going up, of living that life in the book.
I got it. Okay.
It treats you as though you've had a long rest.
Don't question it, babe.
I'm not questioning it. All right, 42 out of 42 hit points. Happy days.
And we'll start straight back in 3, 2, 1.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
And now you are falling to your doom.
Okay, that's right. We can take the hit now.
I would say that from this
But
height...
with a long rest, she gets further fallback.
She does. And I would say from this height, you are almost certainly not going to survive. And you're falling at a rate of 1 level every few seconds.
How tall is this library room?
The path that you can see down to, you came up about 5 floors from where the librarian was. You can see 3 floors before it becomes dark below that. And beneath that, you have no idea.
I'm going to Featherfall or ask Gals.
All right. You are now falling slower.
Nice.
But you are still falling.
Yeah, well, sorry, I was going to go to the bottom. I don't know what the problem is. We're going to fall softly to the bottom.
Okay.
Hey,
Sorry,
Freya. Thank you.
Now it's just a nice, it's a nice hot air balloon ride now. Everybody's enjoying the scenery. We'd like to roll perception.
What's going on here? Why are we falling?
Loot, jump.
Loot?
Should I tell him to jump? No, because we want to kill that. Oh, this is so complicated now. Okay, so the vampire is not the worst person on earth, but it's like...
Still falling.
Yeah. Yeah, but slower.
Slowly.
Sorry, we've got time for the
We've
story.
got time.
Stop interjecting. We're falling.
Okay.
But we're going to kill her soul because she doesn't want to be a vampire and do bad things anymore. Basically, is that right?
That's what she's told you.
How very Spike of her.
Yeah. She could be having me on.
Yeah.
I could be quite gullible also and be trusting someone.
Did you try rolling insight when she said that?
I'm sorry, when you say vampire, the one from the train?
Yeah, Buffy.
She was cute. Keep Morrigan away from
Not
her.
called Buffy.
Sorry, Buffy. So yeah, now Loot and her are together. So that's not really good.
Together? My love is dating a child?
Oh, no.
I wonder if she wants kids.
Depends on what you mean by want. She's a vampire. She's not afraid of eating a child.
Okay, so real quick. So Loot is up there with the vampire from the train.
Yeah.
That's about as quick as she can say it.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Still falling.
What's our game plan here, guys? So we've got to how are we killing her soul?
You are now passing Gurg,
Oh, the big guy with the hairy back.
the massive orc, and a hairy back. Yes,
Hairy
you
back.
can't see the back from your current angle.
No, but that's who he is to me.
That's who
hairy
you
back.
remember him. Yeah.
I remember his tragic backstory.
Any more balloons on the way down?
Where's Finati?
Yeah, you are passing some of the other chairs.
All right, might try and grab one of them.
Yeah, so we're just too heavy for these balloons.
Yes.
Oh, is that all? All right.
But your feather fall is helping in some way.
That's cool. I'm going to jump into another balloon.
Give me athletics.
Sure will.
Athletics check.
Or would you like?
Okay.
No, athletics is good. That's +6. All right. Athletics is good.
Although we've got a new rule, which is every time we use athletics now, you have to explain to me why this thing you're doing is an Olympic event.
Ooh. It's long jump, babe.
Yeah, this is a pretty easy one, but I know this is going to catch up with you at some stage.
No, it's not.
I will never, ever have my comeuppance. Anyway.
Yeah, this long jump. And with the 16 +6, I clear it.
All right.
The crowd goes wild.
Karin dives across to one of the other chairs, which slows you guys down a little bit more, and Karin stops entirely because they are designed to hold at least the weight of one person. But it also, because of physics, means you're all now swinging in the air because she pushed off to jump.
Sweet. I use I'm like, genius idea. I use the swinging momentum to make my jump easier to jump to a balloon.
Ditto.
There are no balloons right next to you now. There's one up.
Can you steer
It's
these
one
things? Are
down.
they steerable?
Yeah.
Do you remember what happened?
Yes. They're not steerable.
Great intel, hon.
We cut like a hole, Luke cut a hole in one of the balloons, and then it kind of like went up a bit, and then we were able to jump onto other balloons. It was a whole moment.
Can't we just use fire to operate it like a normal hot air balloon?
You want to do a handful of fire beneath this thing.
But would it blow up? Like burn it?
Well, no. If it's a proper hot air balloon, then the hot air should.
Yeah, there's never been an issue before with a large balloon and heat. Ever.
Is it not a hot air balloon?
No, think smaller.
I'm not throwing fireball at it.
Hey, they didn't throw a fireball at the Hindenburg either. You've just got to guess what they've got inside this balloon.
That thing went down, hey?
Yeah, it was pretty tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah. The humanity.
You're telling me it's not a good idea to light.
I'm saying it's 50-50.
You're
You're hoping that these people in this
It
D&D
may
world
blow up.
used helium and not hydrogen. I mean, Loot told you what was in it.
It was helium.
I really do trust Coop. He's a pretty clever kid.
He
I don't trust
is.
your memory.
I wouldn't either. And I also don't know if helium's explosive or not.
That's the other one that is.
Hydrogen.
I have no idea. Okay, but you're telling me I can't jump to another balloon?
You absolutely can, yeah.
Okay, can I jump to the other balloon? And I'll just
You're
test
no
it
longer
over there.
I've talked you out of trying
No, I'll test the fire over there and then just misty step back if it explodes.
Okay, so you want to do a jump or you want to misty step over?
No, I want to jump over, test the fire, and then I'll misty step if it explodes so I don't risk Freya's life.
Dexterity.
Yeah, okay. Wait, isn't it long jump? Wait,
You
no,
wanna
I
do-
don't.
you
I
wanna
do
do
not.
athletics?
Shush, no.
Leaping from your swinging balloon
Yes, which gives me leverage,
to
which
one
gives
that's
me
below.
advantage.
I assume you're going to the one that's below. It's the
Yeah.
one, okay, because the one up is a bit harder. How we go?
10 plus 1.
Can't believe you missed the balloon. You still have feather fall, but you are now falling past the balloon you tried to jump to.
Okay, misty step into the balloon.
Oh, in the middle of falling? Okay. One misty step down. Okay, you are on the balloon.
On the balloon?
On top?
Yeah, but I misty stepped. If I can see.
Oh, okay, you can sit in the chair then.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Comfortably sitting in the chair.
Like
Very
one knee thrown over the other, looking very casual, like I mentioned this the whole time.
Great, you all have your own balloons now.
Awesome.
And all of them have stopped falling, which is lovely, but you are at different levels. Morrigan, you are about the same level as Fanati.
There he is! I did ask where he was.
He's been here all along.
Not in the story.
Yes, he was.
No, not in the
he
book
wasn't
story.
in the book story.
No, he didn't go in there, no. He is finding it difficult to go around the side. The wind knocked down all the books and everything, so they've made it very difficult to go up the stairs, but he's still trying very hard to get to the top.
Oh, are there like bent spines and stuff?
The books are in all sorts of disarray.
Oh, no.
Bent spine.
But Fanati's spine is fine. Thanks for asking.
Okay, so I'm gonna prepare. I'm gonna do an action and prepare an action. I know I can't do that, but I'm going to.
I'm going to listen. We're not in combat, so you can
I know
go
it's
ahead
bonus.
and prepare.
Okay, it's fine. So I'm going to like put a little bit of flame in my hand, like to like try and get the balloon to go up. And I'm preparing myself. I've got like my eyes on the flame, and if it starts to go up, like to explode, I'm gonna misty step back into Freya's balloon like nothing happened.
I love it.
Okay, that'd be 2 spells at once, though.
I believe Misty is a bonus action.
I assume that would mean you'd be turning off one spell to leap, so I'm going to let that go. You know what I mean? That you wouldn't keep burning and then misty step and land over with your handful
Oh
of
no,
flame.
hell no! It's a like lights out.
I turn up at the next one. I blew that one up.
It's a lights out, Morrigan's out kind of situation.
All right. The good news is they are helium.
Yes.
And science wins. The balloon starts to rise.
Excellent.
And you leave Fanati behind, floating back towards the roof. It shouldn't be too long until you're up at the top. Ladies, how would you like to get there?
It's going to the top?
Well, that's where the balloon will eventually go.
Did anyone want to go to the top? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
because we want to get to Loot and the
Oh yeah,
Buffy.
Luke's with a vampire.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah. Buffy is not a vampire. She's a vampire slayer.
Oh, I never watched Buffy, so that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Oh
Okay.
my God! Next thing you're saying, you've never seen Flipper either. This is horrible.
I haven't.
If I were lighter, would my balloon go up higher?
Ooh.
Like if I turn to a mouse and I'm practically weightless, would it just start rising?
Oh, I love this because I was more worried that you were just going to lop off a leg.
I don't need you.
I'll add my own hand to my collection.
Yes, that would work for you as well. Yes.
Okay, I turn into I say a mouse. They're pretty light.
Yeah, they do have levels they stop at. They've been set to sort of some sort of equilibrium. It might not get all the way to the top, but it'd certainly change. If it's already holding in place now, it'd certainly rise a bit if you were lighter. What's the smallest thing you can become?
Okay, I've got a frog, chipmunk, a rat.
Oh, chipmunk would be cute.
That would be cute.
In the name of cuteness, I'm going to turn into a chipmunk. And
Yay!
I don't think they weigh any more than like 450 grams easy.
No worries at all. And turning into a chipmunk works. This thing starts to rise. You're flying up at about the same pace as Morrigan, conveniently for me, more than anything else. Although you both go past now Freya. You go flying past now Freya, who's just sitting in the chair doing nothing.
Yeah.
Do you have feather rise?
No, I don't have feather rise, but I do have a really sharp fingernail that I'm going to poke into the balloon.
You have jump. I want to say this just before you do it. No, it's too late. You're doing the poke and the finger thing.
I'm doing the poke.
I just want to remind you how often you ignore jump.
Here I am going, feather fall won't work, grease won't work, jump, yeah, no good either.
Jump, that's just crazy enough to work. God damn it.
And also, you're back with your sword.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I've got my sword.
So she's scratching the side of this balloon with a finger.
I'm sorry, but I think we are the most resourceful players you've ever met because we use anything but the tools
you
we're being
have.
given.
Absolutely.
We'd be fantastic in the wild.
This may be one of those rare times where the sword actually speaks up.
What about me? She's like, what am I, chop liver? She's got a real attitude on her.
We really do work harder, not smarter.
Definitely.
There's our next
Speak for
t-shirt.
yourself, I turned into a chipmunk.
Our next t-shirt will be work harder, not smarter.
All right, so I use my sword to poke the balloon.
Yep.
And I'm going to...
And the sword even says, jump!
I'm going to very sporadically fly to the top.
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
can
going
see
to
that.
overtake these two. It's going to be a chaos.
I
And
think
I'm going to be like, but I'm winning the race.
you're just going to hope you don't take these two out. Okay, you're going to need to give me a dexterity... No, I don't... Strength? How do you control a balloon? You tell me.
You just don't. You got to go
You're
with
just
it.
going to go with it.
Yeah.
It's a D20 with no
Is
modifiers.
inertia
This
the
is
right
all,
word I want to use here?
This is all luck.
I think it is.
I'll probably use some acrobatics to try and like...
Inertia. We've had enough science today. This is all fantasy
My
world.
absolute apologies.
Some acrobatics is what I'm using, is it?
Oh, okay. No, I don't think so. This is just a luck roll. I want to see a flat 20 and see what you got.
13.
I love the fact because you're making these manic sounds and we're not sure what's going on. And I've never seen you do jump before, I don't think.
No.
I'm not sure if you've just been like possessed and someone's like levitating you around the place.
The luck check for me was going to be 50-50. If you were in the bottom 10 or below, it was
Oh,
going to
yeah,
go
so I
wrong.
win.
So up you go. And you go up faster than the others, so you get to the top
I
first.
am winning. Yay.
I won the balloon race as well. And you are bouncing against the top of the roof, which is this huge, like your balloon is hitting and quickly running out of helium, by the way, so it will stop working for a while.
Oh, goodness.
Is hitting against this giant vault that you can see above you. And you can also see your bookmark.
Ooh.
And it is bouncing and tapping against this vault. Slightly to the side of that below you is Lute and the vampire, and she has him, she's holding him very close. Because if you remember, you're still holding the gem.
Yeah.
Her gem. So the bookmark is tapping rather urgently against this huge vault that kind of forms the ceiling.
So it
of
wants to
this
go
entire-
in there.
It does. So it looks like it forms the ceiling, but obviously
Yeah.
there must be something past it if it's a vault. And it's a really strong, formidable structure of steel and stone. It's not just a physical fortress, though, because you can see magic flowing through it, like ancient spells that are weaving through, and bright colours that are pulsing through these thick tubes, like a heartbeat almost.
Are they souls in those tubes?
You cannot tell from the position you're in because you're still swinging around it with a balloon.
It reminds me of the mountain.
Yeah.
They're colourful.
Are we at the core of something?
They're very bright.
This is sus.
Everything in this world is sus.
Yeah.
But yes, you're running out of helium.
Okay. So I'm probably going to ask the vampire. I'm just going to say like,
You don't want to get down first.
I'm on my chair.
So you're sitting in the chair, which will start falling back soon.
Okay.
So it's up to you what you want to do.
Well, can I just call out to her?
Yep.
Okay. Just to be clear, you want me to destroy this?
She says yes.
Wow.
Okay.
That would be a good time, Morgan, for you to have a vision.
How do I enact my vision power?
It comes to you when it comes to you.
Oh, God damn, it's one of those powers.
You don't just get to stand and go, and vision me.
I like close my eyes and like strain.
Now I'm going to do an insight check and just check if she's going to be extra evil if I destroy the cell.
And this will be at disadvantage because you are now starting to fall out of sight.
Where are we? At this point, we're still coming up.
Yep.
9 and 10.
And your insight?
+2. So 11.
You just don't get a good enough look at her face to really determine whether or not she's telling the truth.
Can I put the soul back into her?
Just like shove it in her mouth and like close
Yeah.
her like nose and mouth and rub her throat like you do with cats.
Like, how do I make that better? I don't really know what to do here. I don't know. She wants me to do that, but then is she going to hurt Luke?
There are ways to take souls out of people. Perhaps there are ways to put them back in. That is not what she asked for, and you promised.
I did promise.
Oh, you fucking promised?
I did promise.
Oh, man, we're so true to our word, too.
Yeah, Freya's promises really aren't worth much.
Yeah,
you're right.
No.
Like you've got a 1 in 20 chance she actually does follow through on a promise.
She remembered it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how to destroy this thing now. I'm going to jump onto the top of the balloon and I'm going to grab my little bookmark and then I'm going to jump onto the side.
Okay, that's quite a lot to do.
Yeah.
So
It's disadvantage.
definitely, and some acrobatics, please. Let's see what happens.
16 and 5 plus 10. 15.
Acrobatics plus
pretty
10.
As you guys get better at stuff, by the way, some things might be more challenging. I've been kind so far. But no, unfortunately, this is not that challenging. You are definitely able to grab the bookmark
Great.
and land on the same level on this part that sort of cycles around the outside of this library on the inside of the wall, and you are standing fairly close to it.
Okay.
Ladies, what would you like to do? Your balloon slowly reaches the top, and you see
Loot.
and the love of your life. Although you are no longer charmed.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, she's still attractive, but I'm feeling a little violated that she got in my head so much.
Yeah. There is something creepy about it.
I feel like a mother now, and I'm more appalled at it than I was before.
Yeah, some people find that very creepy, but in saying that, if you find someone attractive in the real world, you don't go,
Kinda works like that,
yeah, it's just all they've done has been extra attractive to you. That's how I see it.
Is she just next to Loot, or is she holding Loot?
She has a hand on Luke's shoulder.
Right. Does the balloon just stay at the top, or do I need to jump on the side with?
You will need to leave the balloon, yeah.
Okay, I would like to.
Yours isn't falling, though. I mean, I guess you could stay in the middle if you wanted to and just watch this whole thing from the seat in the middle of the area.
I would like to jump to stand with Freya, because I feel like I'm not fully understanding the situation.
Yeah. You want to jump, or you want to use another Misty Step?
I'll jump.
I love it.
Because if I fail, I'll just miss a step. But I can save a spell this way. And while I'm jumping across, I'm kind of like, so I'm going to look over at the vampire and Loot situation, then I'm going to look over at Freya, and as I jump across to Freya, I would like to telepathically say, what the hell is going on here? And I go roll for something, I'm assuming.
Definitely drawing for this dexterity first.
Cool. 12 plus 1.
You make it to the edge of the wall.
Yes.
But not over the edge.
Oh, like when I was rolling my dice earlier?
Yep, so you're hanging onto the edge of the wall, little head popping over.
Lean forward.
Which makes even more sense now that you see the vampire, you go, what's going on? Your little eyes popping over the top of the rail. Karin, what would you like to do?
I'm still floating off as a chipmunk, aren't I? Or am I
Yes. Chipmunk Karin, you have now managed to get...
I'm a sugar glider now.
Yeah, that's what I said. Now you've got the little glidies.
All right. Am I there with my friends?
Yep. You're going to have to make a leap as well. You can do that as a chipmunk.
Whee! Yeah, what's the jump range on a chipmunk, do you reckon?
It's quite a distance for a chipmunk. It's a few body lengths.
Is it a few body lengths?
Few body lengths.
At least 3 feet.
It's 3.5 feet.
Okay, that's cool. Excuse me for a moment.
You might make it.
Excuse me while I check my
That's a long jump for a chipmunk.
That's pretty far.
I feel like they could go further than that. What if you were able to swing the chair and make it get closer?
I'm too small to have any momentum on that.
Yeah,
Science.
it's a shame.
What I can do is become a giant constrictor snake. That's going to allow me to turn myself into a rope. Actually, fuck that. I've got rope. What I'm going to do...
Where is the rope?
We all have rope.
Yeah, but where is the rope in the chipmunk form?
It all absorbs into yourself.
It does, which means you kind of don't
I remember
have
that because I just listened to episode 4 for our Patreon.
Yes, but chipmunk,
Can't you-
you'd have to turn out of being a chipmunk to get
Yeah, I
your rope.
will.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it with the chipmunk.
No.
I thought it was so cute that your chipmunk was going to Indiana Jones.
super
it.
cute.
Dun, 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 dun.
With the
Okay.
big cheeks.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't write the rules. In my game, I will though. That you can do whatever you want as a fucking chipmunk.
We do break a lot of rules here.
You can use yourself as a bag of holding when you're in animal form. Just
Okay, so I'm just going to turn back into myself. I'm going to grab my rope. I'm going to lasso my rope
Yeah.
over to...
Sorry, I missed it. You did turn back into yourself, though, because I
Yeah.
keep picturing this as a chipmunk.
Okay, unpicture that.
Can we, just for me, leave you as a chipmunk?
Okay. You leave me as a chipmunk.
and you allow her to have rope.
Yes.
There was some in the chair.
Oh, you know what? Is this a wicker basket?
Yeah, it is now.
Okay, now we have a narrative. All right. So, as a chipmunk, as we all know about chipmunks, they've got very bitey little teeth.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull out some of the wicker with my little bitey teeth.
Yep, and there's also some going around the balloon, too, like some rope going around the balloon to hold it
cute.
on. Yep.
Were you
like
going to
that.
weave your own rope?
I was
with
going to
the-
weave my own rope, but forget that. There's a rope.
It's just a time
I'm going to
limit.
nibble off.
Some sort of time limit involved in weaving.
Okay, you know what? Scratch all that. As a chipmunk, I'm going to nibble off the rope that's covering the balloon,
Yep.
which I'm sure is about 8 feet. Easily.
Easy.
Yeah, okay.
Easy.
Easily. It is also holding the balloon on, but that's an issue not to worry about.
Don't stress about that right now.
Science. There's more than one, though.
There's more than one, because it's a net of rope.
That's correct.
I'm only taking one, so if anything, it's just going to make it a little wonky.
Yes.
Which is fine.
That's, well.
All right. It's the end of the rope is now in my mouth. I've nibbled off the two ends.
Yep.
I've crawled up, because they're very agile,
Yeah.
to the edge of the basket.
Did you nibble off both sides of the rope, or are we going to have that issue
I literally said that. Are you
just making
listening to
sure.
me?
Not all the time.
You're too busy in this chipmunk world.
I really am.
Okay.
This whole thing, in my world, the chipmunk now has
Alvin,
also...
pay attention.
He's also taken the time to weave himself a little whip that is she's...
Oh.
It's Indiana Jones to me, and a little hat.
Okay, that's
Yep.
cute. Love it. Stick with it. But I did nibble off both. When you hear this
Okay.
back, you're like, yep, you said that.
I will listen back to it and say, look, she chose to nibble through the rope.
All right, so now I've got my two little chipmunk paws because I now have to take it out of my mouth and loosen, but feed the rope through my hands so I can have enough to swing to one of the girls.
Yep.
Who's going to catch it.
Oh,
Well, someone's got to catch the rope.
that does make sense.
Unlike when Alana tried to get off the boat without attaching it.
That wasn't me.
That was
Finally.
Morrigan.
That was Morrigan.
Morrigan saved her.
That was Freya.
Correct.
Across the
Uh-huh.
rope.
That's right. You were the hero in this story.
I
well.
wasn't reasonably offended by that.
Okay, so my little chipmunk self is now swinging the rope. Now, let's just say the balloon's caught some wobbliness, which is giving me a little bit of momentum.
Little oomph.
Yeah, because now it's lost a rope, so it's like, I'm out of control.
Okay.
That's okay, it's giving me momentum, but very agile, very well balanced to me, so don't worry about that.
No.
Chipmunk's got good grip.
Very good grip.
Great grip.
Good mouth capacity
That's
too.
what people say. They talk about their grip and their mouth
They
capacity.
do.
They do.
Oh, I just heard that.
Finally, it's not me saying these things. Oh my God.
I think Freya has better dexterity.
I do.
She does.
So I'm going to throw it to Freya.
Okay.
Great.
Freya, there is a chipmunk throwing a rope at you. What do you want to do?
Well, obviously, I'm going to catch
gorgeous.
it.
Obviously.
I'm going to use my dexterity.
Yep. How'd you go with that? I mean, you never fail at this.
I got 11.
Yeah.
In total.
Yeah.
Who's catching a rope? How hard can it be?
Well, she didn't catch it.
Oh. Why not?
The rope lands next to Freya.
Okay,
And
and then
it's now-
I scramble and grab it.
Well, then it wouldn't have been a dexterity check, would it? So, no, your chance to get that is gone.
Oh, man.
Morrigan, you're hanging from the side. The rope has landed next to you. You're hanging
Please
on
don't
the
grab
edge.
that rope. I'm tattooing over like I'm not strong enough to hold you. That one's not for you. It's not for you.
It's a chipmunk on the chair holding Morrigan.
So there's only one other person who can have a crack at this.
Benardi.
Did
No.
you make it up?
That would be Loot.
Oh, come on, Luke.
Oh, we all on the same side. I thought we were opposite this chasm.
Now you're also sitting the chamber that goes around the outside has a vault on the roof, and of course you can get to that by walking up the stairs to the top. You can still reach the vault.
Right.
It's above you.
I thought we were on opposite sides of this thing staring at each other.
There is something about Loot's character though, because that's a 17.
Damn, Coop.
This kid is lucky. This little fella shakes his way loose from the vampire. Doesn't seem to have to try too hard to do that, and dives over and grabs the rope. You now have a mouseling holding on to the end of the rope with a chipmunk at the other end. All of this makes sense.
I think that works.
Grab
though, because yeah, he's got it right.
He's good.
Oh,
He's not
got
going to.
yeah. And I'm like, and I just scurry up the rope, and I just swing down, and then I scurry up the rope.
Yes, perfect. You are now over the ledge, and when you get over the ledge, you
I
suddenly
turn
see.
back into myself as well.
Oh, as you turn into yourself from a
Hold my
chipmunk.
rope.
As usual, one feature of the chipmunk stays with you for a little longer than it should.
Oh, those cheeks.
It's either the cheeks or the teeth, your choice.
Cheeks.
Okay, two
Cheeky
big puffy
cute.
extra-sized cheeks that look like you've already
So
been
cute.
collecting some.
Nuts.
So, yes, it was going to be
Nuts in
Nicola,
your
and I was
mouth.
like, no, I got to that one before we got there. Okay, so yeah, two big puffy cheeks, and you are standing right in front of the vampire that we've met before from the train. Vampire in the long red dress, and still looking gorgeous.
And I say, I haven't got time for you. Clearly, you never loved Morrigan because you're letting her just hang here.
Yeah.
So I just reach down and grab Morrigan and pull her up.
Give me a strength check, but that won't be a problem for you, I'm sure. And in fact, you can have it at advantage.
I love the image of you just doing that one-handed too.
Shit. Okay. That was, God damn it. I always fail in the face of her sassiness. It's a 5.
And it was at advantage, though.
Oh,
You're
was it?
very lucky I said that now.
Was it an advantage?
Thank
It was.
God.
Why?
Because you are, I just think it's one of those things where you're immensely strong and just showing off.
I was about to be like, I'm not that heavy.
So how's that second roll?
3.
No way.
This bitch does something to me.
You nonchalantly walk over and try and show off
Well,
by
hold on,
pulling
I'm
up
going
the
to
rope.
go plus my strength.
Yeah, go ahead.
I will go ahead. My strength is +3.
I know what you got. It doesn't matter now. You're walking over and grabbing her by the hand.
Yeah, I was just going to lift her up by the hand and be like, up you get.
Yeah, nothing happens. She doesn't come with you.
I'm like, stop fighting me, bitch. Are you nervous to see her? Is that what this is about? Why are you fighting me on this? Oh, you want her to save you? Is that how this is? Get over her.
Morgan, I wanted someone else to help me.
Oh, the fucking damsel in distress. It's like, you know, when you're pretending to drown at the beach because there's a hot bodyguard. Not bodyguard, lifeguard, but then the ugly one comes and you're like, no, not you.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah,
You
the
stand
other
up in the
one.
water.
I say that like I've ever actually done that and I haven't.
It's in every movie, but I don't think I've ever seen a person decide to do that in real life. I would, what do you imagine you're out there going, I think I'll just risk drowning. It's worth it.
So that's not what I thought you were implying. I thought you were implying that, like, I was embarrassed that I had failed to, like, jump, and so I didn't want to, like, look her up.
No, what you did was hot.
And then when you were like, I'm asking her to save me. Yeah, I'm going to lean into the melodramatics and be like, oh, if only a beautiful young maiden in red dress could save me.
I roll my eyes, like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Not only you can see Karin roll her eyes, you can hear the vampire roll her eyes. Ugh.
She's like, you meant nothing to me.
And she does walk over and
I was just going to pull myself up.
stares at Karin as she easily reaches over and pulls you up over the side.
Oh,
does she have to roll strength for that?
No, she does not.
Why not?
I'm not mad at that.
Because I'm the DM. Okay, she's rolling strength for that now.
I'm sorry, rules are rules. I don't know what you want me to say.
Karin's ego is so big that she's like, I think you'll find you need to roll.
I just want an attractive lady to pull me up with one arm. Like, that would make me feel so
I was
amazing.
Right there. What is it?
So I rolled a 4. You now have Karin holding one arm, and you have the vamp holding the other.
I have
You're still dangling.
never been less attracted to either of these women than I am right now. I roll my eyes aggressively.
It's an eye off.
I look at the vampire and I'm like, you really did a number on her.
And I pull myself up, but because I'm not naturally a very dexterous person, it's like really awkward where I kind of like heave my chest on top of the thing and then I kind of like throw one leg over it and I like do a half roll up onto the thing.
Oh, you're trying to get out of a pool, but there's no ladder.
Suddenly there's no gravity. Like there is gravity and you're like, what the hell is this?
Wonderful, wonderful. You are now all standing in front of this huge vault, or beneath this huge vault above you. Freya, you're holding the bookmark, but he's urgently trying to get away from your hand. Girls, the vampire is looking at you rather urgently because Gerg is not too far away.
Mm-hmm.
And she's looking at Gerg and she's looking mostly at Freya and she said, you promised. And she looks like she's trying to get it back from, like she's starting to move towards you to get it, and there's a sense of urgency. Everyone give me a quick, you can choose between insight and perception.
I'm going to say insight, and that's a 20.
Well, okay, everyone else can just stop.
Okay.
Because that's going to tell you everything.
If that's a crit.
Well, it was an 18 plus 2, so that's 20.
Oh, still a
was it
20.
not
Still
a nat?
20. No, yes.
Okay.
Still a 20.
Yeah, but I'm going to save one piece of information or something.
Okay, I just got to say though, if you gave me a $20 note or $18 and $2, I would still value both those things equally.
I wouldn't, because now I've got if you gave me an $18 note, what the hell's going on there? I know that's a forgery.
No, because if you gave me $18 plus $2.
I'm going to ask some questions about that. I'm going to hold that up to the light and look for the cool things in the background to make sure it's
I get
forgery.
where we're going, but do you know what I mean? Okay, but you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
All right, you have noticed the teeth have gone back in, but this time she struggles to speak. And all she says is, save me. It's made it worse, didn't I?
Yeah.
Save me.
So save you.
I was going to say, there's more than one way to save someone. It's not always necessarily their life. Sometimes it's ending it.
Now she says quite firmly, yes, destroy it, end me. But it sounds lovely when she says it.
Aww.
Well, I like pretty things, so...
She is very pretty.
No, she's talking about the gem.
So is the gem.
Telepathically, I'm going to...
You promised.
Yeah, but when do I ever keep promises?
Yeah, she never keeps promises. Also, if she wants to destroy it so bad, just give it to her. She can destroy it.
Yeah, and I also would like to put some souls in there.
Yeah.
Telepathically, Karin, take her head.
Say no more.
Save her from the demon inside.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
Kill the vampire.
I'm going to kill her because... Do you not want me to kill her?
Not up to me. I'm always shocked.
Your face says things sometimes.
I'm always shocked by everything you do.
Should we go to the vault? I don't know.
I'm actually going to ask Loot. Loot, do you trust this bitch?
Ooh, interesting. Loot.
Because Loot, I trust you.
Loot, who's no longer playing because bedtime happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is a shame, but he had a lot of fun playing.
That's okay. You can say something and he can say it later.
He does love doing that.
Yeah.
Loot looks at you and looks at her, and he takes a long time before he says,
I trust most of her.
That's not good enough for me, Loot, sweetie. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Chop her in half.
Okay.
Loot steps in front of her
Oh, Loot, fuck's sake.
and
I
says,
didn't say that out loud.
everyone deserves a second chance. Because that's exactly what Loot would say.
And I say, Loot, honey.
By the way, he's very little. He doesn't. You'd have to jump to
I'm
stop
going
you
to pick him up at some point.
You could still do the same thing and it wouldn't stop.
I'm going to lean down. I'm going to pick him up. And I'm going to hold him. I'm going to say, Loot, honey. She's like 150 years old. She's had plenty of second chances. I'm so sorry for what's about to happen. Don't look, sweetie. And I'm going to give him to... Who's got a really good relationship with?
You stand there trying to figure out who to give him to.
I'm like,
does anybody-
okay. Put him on my shoulder. Freya, just take Luke for a second. I give him a little kiss on the head and then I'm like, okay. I'm like, cover his eyes. And ears. And then I rage out.
And you rage out.
Yes.
Okay. You are fully raging.
Because what are our options?
What are our options?
Kill her to save her, or we try to, feed her the gem? Is that how you restore someone's soul?
Or do we go to the vault? Because my bookmark is saying, go. It really wants to go there.
I just assumed that's because that must be where What's-His journal is.
The bookmark goes towards a book for the person who most recently touched it. All right, so it'd be whatever book it thinks Freya needs to read. I don't know if that helps you, but you'd know that.
Okay. I'm not going to go straight for the kill. I'm going to rage out, though, to increase
the tension.
the dramatic flair.
It's full on now.
And I'm going to grab my axe, turn it sideways, and use it as a bar to hold her by the neck against the wall, and then tell Freya to go to the vault. And I'll say, we'll see.
I'm going to give you a strength check on that, and you are up against a seriously strong creature, so let's see how that goes. You are raging, though, so you get a bonus.
Okay, so I get advantage of my strength check. I know she's strong, but let's figure it out.
You've not been great at your strength checks today.
17 for one.
Yeah, okay.
18 for the other.
Yeah, okay. I rolled another 4. Yes, you have pinned the vampire against the wall. Perhaps it's because she let you.
Maybe. I'm going to say, well...
I let you do that, she says.
I'm going to say whatever helps you sleep at night or day or whenever it is you sleep. So I'm just going to ask you to wait right here with some assistance from myself.
Okay.
Freya, Morgan, how about you go check out that vault? I think there's a book in there you might need to see.
When you look at the vault...
We're going to pick the lock in the vault, go in, find the book that says How to Save a Vampire, and read the instructions.
Got it.
That should be easy. When you're looking at the vault now, you can see that... you're closer now, so you can see it a bit more clearly. Spreading from a brass circle of tubes in the center of the vault, there's 20 or more brass pipes, like a pipe organ, and they extend to the edge of the vault, each varying in length. And the air hums as it blows across them. And then the pipes and the door seem to speak together.
I am the vault, the keeper of lore, the holder of knowledge forevermore.
It's a dragon!
It's a vault. I mean, it's...
Hoarders. Hoarders are dragon.
My powers shield the words I hold.
To be fair, it sounds like a dragon.
And keep them safe. I'd like to finish if that's not a problem.
And it almost looks like it's putting a finger up.
I am clearly not a dragon. I've worked very hard on this poem.
Sorry.
If you wouldn't mind, fine. I'm just going to take
I'm actually not
going back. I'm going back. I am the vault. It doesn't have the same power now. Anyway, 2 ways inside, or most just one. But failure here brings all undone. Sacrifice, the gift of life, but only pure of heart suffice.
Again with a fucking sacrifice.
So many of them in this game.
Yeah.
No.
So we can't sacrifice the vampire because she ain't pure of heart.
Do you have loot? I would never.
I couldn't even look you in the eye then. I was like, I can't.
Can you imagine having to tell Cooper that you killed his character?
I would never do it.
Luke looks at Kamin and goes, try harder.
So that's one way to get in the vault. What's the other one? Okay, I'm going to investigate this.
I have a really
scenario.
gross suggestion for a gift of life.
What?
Ew. What is it?
Already this is ooh. We haven't even said it and it already sounds horrible.
I try to be thankful for when I do get a period because I'm like, well, that means
No. Just roll investigation.
So 16 plus 5, which is 21. So what do I see?
You do see that to the side of this vault is a simple slot, about the same width as some sort of card, I guess you could say.
Or like a...
Library card?
Library card.
You do have library cards.
Well, I'm going to pull my library card and...
And you put yours in?
Yep.
And it spits it straight back out.
There.
Makes a loud noise when it does so, like the pipe organs.
So that's a no-go.
It rejects Freya's card.
So we should try, girls, we'll try your cards.
I put my card in the thing.
The same noise and the card comes flying back out.
Annoying.
Could have just handed
All
it
right,
back.
Karin, I think you're up.
Do you need me to grab yours so that
Yeah,
you
I'm
can...
going to need you. I'm holding this bitch here by the
It's
throat.
like pull it out of your pocket.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, back pocket, back pocket. Don't be afraid to linger.
You look at the vampire and go, see, two can play at that game. She's not that hard to charm.
I put Karin's thing in the thing.
Wow.
It's the descriptions.
Theatre of the mind.
It is. It just brings it all together.
I put Karin's library card in the vault slot.
Actually, it sounded better the first way. You hear another loud noise coming from the pipe organs and the card comes flying back out.
You're kidding me.
You're going to love when you find out why. You remember when you got the cards?
Yes.
Remember what the questions were? You were asked the questions.
Yeah, name, age, sex, location.
Sort of.
ASL. You go.
Yeah. And you remember how kind of she just gave them to you
She
anyway?
just gave them to us. She was like, yeah.
Even though some of your information might not have been right. I wonder what questions you got wrong. I wonder if everybody got them wrong.
Fools, your fraudulence is laid bare. Librarian deceived when truth's declared. The dates, your births, illusions, lies. They feel your pain. Perhaps they'll die.
And you hear the librarian below scream again in pain.
Oh, fuck.
So I stay locked, your fault and theirs. Don't bother gods with desperate prayers. One path left for your perusal. Be the next of my refusals.
Ladies, you've been rejected because you lied about your age.
Well, that's not nice.
That's a social construct that was ingrained in us, and that is not our fault.
You all lied when you gave your information about your library cards.
Did you go fact check that?
I did indeed.
How old was I?
You were all close, but you lied
We weren't lied, we were mistaken.
about your
'cause
age.
was it-
We have been
you
through it.
lied on an official library document.
That's a federal crime, I hear.
I believe so.
Was it how old you were when we started?
How old you were when you signed the document, and then you got it wrong.
I grew up. Wouldn't Freya in the game?
It's been about 10 days. Our game has somehow been less than 3 weeks.
But it's like 2 years out here.
I know, it's amazing. We've managed to do 3 years out here, but it's been so tight.
Okay. So we've pissed off the vault.
Did say there was another method.
We're going to put the sacrifice in.
It doesn't have to be a life, though. Can I cut off my pinky finger and feed it that?
The soul.
I'll give it the gem.
Because there's a pure soul in there.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Old mate told me one day, a small time ago.
Recently?
Yeah. In the 3 weeks we've been here.
The other day.
In this world. That the gem that I'm holding actually has a pure soul in it. So that
Vampire soul.
Yeah. So the pure soul will actually work for this moment. Just keep the vampire there, and I'm going to do some snooping as to where this would go.
Do you actually have a snooping skill?
Sure.
It's plus 12 as well.
Wow, after just lying to the vault, let's see how that goes. This vault is a complete mystery to you. There are pipes going everywhere. There's colours moving all over the place. You see nothing.
You said magic flying around everywhere, like colours and stuff?
There are a lot of...
Because I'm currently reading The Colour of Magic. And that's like my thing, right? My big check, my second biggest check, my skill is Arcana. It's +5. So can I do an Arcana check to see if I can figure it out?
Yeah, you like magic.
I like magic.
Let's see how much you like magic. How'd you go?
16?
Amongst all of these pipes and the colours that are flowing around, there is a indented hole. It's not too big. Honestly, it does look same size.
As a gem.
And inside that indented hole, you can see little cracks as though the gem will line up with something. Not specifically the same size as the gem you're holding, just this is how you do this.
All right.
Freya.
Yeah. This time, I'm going to use my acrobatics and run up and put the gem in there.
Honestly, you could just reach it.
Okay, I'm just going to reach it then. Put the gem in there. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Bam, bam?
Freya, as you begin to reach up to try to put this gem inside this vault, or inside this little section, you can hear crackling coming from behind you. You can hear a noise building up from the void within this library. Gerg has also reached the top and is pushing towards you.
Hairy back.
with his hairy back.
Back again.
And he is charging to try and jump up at you. Fanati has come around from the other side and is also running towards you. And then Morrigan, you're the only person who can see this.
Oh.
You see something float into the center of this void behind you, where all the balloons were.
Oh no.
And he begins to speak.
Ooh. And just for me.
Oh no. And you all hear it, but only Morrigan sees it.
Hi, I'm Lenny from Barrel Age Flicks podcast, and I am the Lord of Lightning. I am haste, celerity, velocity personified. Now listen, child. That silence you hear in the wink of an eye, that alone is your warning. There will be no sound for you. For it is sound that follows me. There will be no sight, no sense of smell, no taste on seared lips. But, oh my dear, oh you will feel. I will ensure your pain. For that is my reward. And while light fills my veins, it will scorch the paths that feed your soul, ignite flesh and meat and muscle, boil whatever broth still flows within. For I am the Lord of Lightning, and you will burn.
And that's where we end our episode.
Now that's eerie silence. That was very good.
Wow, that is quite impressive.
That was bloody phenomenal.
Now that might be a man worth marrying. One's burning shit.
Don't worry about them. I'm sure they'll be fine. It's just a sudden ending. It happens all the time. So maybe there's danger or just a clever line. But don't worry about them. I'm sure they'll be fine. Right?